Yeah, kid. Yeah, kid. Look like all systems is go. We're not waiting for nobody to come in. We're gonna get right to it. A lot of shit to talk about. Let's go. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la, ah wee wee. They go, ooh la la, ah wee wee. She like, ooh la la, ah wee wee. They go, ooh la la, ah wee wee. On a Friday, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Let's go, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Let's go, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page and usher to the left, yeah, I'm gonna need you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. We in the end game. Day 38 on the calendar, February 7th. And the year is flying by, even though it's only 1 month and 7 days. Made it through the week. All praises due to the Most High. Yeah, kid. That feeling. Had a little rough week. You know, personal issues, family shit going on, people in the hospital, people out. And, you know, when you're going through it, it's the worst. Obviously, you know, nobody wants to go through trials, tribulations. Great, what up on the check-in? We live on Instagram, we live on YouTube. Appreciate you for rocking with the kid. You know, nobody wants to go through trials, tribulations, bad things. But the reality is, none of us is going to get through life unscathed. You could be a saint, you could be a Muslim, a Christian, a Jew, whoever you are. You know, you could be the most upstanding person possible. And in these days and times, honestly, in my opinion, to run across good people, run across people that's ultimately, you know, good-hearted, etc., want to see others do well, trying to better themselves, etc., they're rare. It's not really a lot. And I say that to say, when things arise and it affects, you having an effect on other people, other loved ones, etc. And it can be a real stressful time. Obviously, like death, everybody's, trying to rally together, they grieving, etc. So, count your blessings. Know that nothing lasts forever. And even though, you may be up one day or you may be down, as long as you stay the same, it'll come back around. Hover right around. Like, as long as you just stay pat, not be content, but just know that good or bad, everybody's gonna go through trials and tribulations. You're not special, you're not exempt. So, the victim mentality of woe is me and why is this happening, it's not really gonna get you nowhere. Life gonna hit you hard. And it ain't about how hard you can hit somebody, but it's about how hard you can get hit and then keep on moving forward, like the movie, That's How Winning Is Done, Rocky, right? So, if you made it through the week and it was a rough week like me, Friday is here. Tomorrow is another day. The sun still shine on some Raekwon and Go shit, the purple tape. Like the sun still shine though. Like the sun still shines. You know, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, and you know, the good days make you appreciate, you know, or rather the bad days make you appreciate the good days. With that being said, it seems like every week as we start the show off, talking about this Trump and this Trump administration. Now, this ain't really no politics channel. Y'all know how I feel about politics and politics as usual. Some old shit. It's 2 old references already, right off the top, right? And my stance is, I guess, independent. You know, I voted one time, so I can't even say I'm really independent. It was for Barack. My president is black. And I feel like the government is one bird. It's one side is the left and it's one side is the right. Might be some people in the middle, etc. Different departments and entities of said government. But overall, it's one fucking government, right? And have you ever been locked up? Or you haven't, and that's good if you haven't, right? But you've seen movies where good cop, bad cop. Perfect analogy, right? I boogie, what's the word? And I've been locked up a few times. Went upstate a few times, but just locked up in general, right? Going through the bookends, going through the precinct for some bullshit, bubblegum shit, and even some real shit, right? And what they'll do is, if you don't know and you haven't seen no movies where it's good cop, bad cop, you know, say, oh, but you're black, right? And we 6 minutes into the show, you black, so they'll send a black cop in there, try to interrogate you, but on some roughhouse shit. Like, nigga, you know what I mean? Put your head down on the put your head down on the table, rough you up a little bit, you know what I mean? Scare you or try to scare you. Hold on, about to need battery power. And we live on Instagram, we live on YouTube, appreciate you. Try to scare you up, right? You going up north and you going to jail now. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when you never been through it, it could be a little frightening. It could get menacing, you know what I mean? And then they send a white cop in. And it could go vice versa. White cop could come in playing a bad role. Then the black officer come in, yo, you hungry? You want some McDonald's? You know what I mean? And you want a soda just to get the information that they got to get out of you. How is this relevant? What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Russell Vogue, however you say his name. The engineer, why the fuck this shit keep saying the engineer of so-called Project 25. And we live, we rolling, we unscripted. So shit like this be happening. I got my motherfucking shit in here. Should be charging. And you know, he just got passed by the Senate. I took liberty to look at like who voted him in, who said no. And obviously a lot of the Democrats said nah, they said nay. It's either yes or nay, right? And I'm only bringing this up again. It's not really I'm not no politician. I'm not the smartest apple in the bunch, etc. I got my GED, now to count 1, 2, 3, etc. Right? And I'm being funny, but I'm not. I'm definitely not the slowest or, you know, the dumbest. Definitely got common sense that can match wits with the best of them. And I'm bringing it up because when the whole, you know, Kamala and Trump was running and people was like, yo, if he get in and woo, 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 and and Project 25. And I jumped on, you know, not knowing too much, did a little research on it, but just a little for the show, for that particular topic. And I'm like, all right, say that is the worst case scenario. What the fuck you gonna do? What we gonna do? You know what I mean? To combat that, to stop it, to rally together, so to speak, to mobilize. And obviously, for some, the worst has happened. Trump won unanimously, you know what I mean? And your man died and it wasn't even close. It was by a landslide. Like he killed her off, right? Finish her. You know what I mean? Fatality her. Chopped the head, pulled the spine out on some scorpion, get over here and shit. And burned her with the fire. Like I'm gonna take your whole skull out and burn you with the fire. Fatality. And I'm being funny. He appointing all these different people of his cabinet, right? Little by little, trying to get some resistance from the Democrats. And again, I think it's the same bird, just two different sides. And so, you know, we had 4 years of the Dems. Now we back to him. And what I will just say, people, is Okay, he got in because they voted him in. And things might be changing for the better or the worse. But let's say for the worse. What are we doing? Are we still going out partying? Are we still going to the store and burning them all down? Are we still, hanging out and having fun on the weekend after your long days or long week at work? Trendy graph shirts, what's the word? What are we doing? Are we off social media, behind the scenes, rallying with people of like mind to try to, again, combat and get shit together for when it really pop off? You know what I'm saying? Just some thoughts. Again, I'm not, even though I be saying I'm Malcolm X, be playing, like at the end of the movie, I'm Malcolm X. Everybody like they Malcolm X. I'm no Malcolm X, and I'm no, revolutionary. I'm not a Huey P. Newton or the Black Liberation Army and none of that. No, Herman Bell, who I was locked up with, who was a part of, that particular time in history where, brothers was getting locked up on some political shit, right? And, taking a stand and getting the bad end of the stick. Go to prison. People go to prison, obviously, for all the wrong reasons. And, obviously some is forgotten about, your moms or, your girls. Some people may rock with you, but it's a lot of political prisoners too. People who was fighting the good fight, forgotten about, put on that road, put on, all these type of trumped up charges. Maybe somebody gonna fight for them, maybe they won't. And they forgotten about. But I'm just bringing it up to say I'm not that person. I don't think I qualify. Although I think I have a fighting spirit, right? I'm not just going down and just taking anything. I just want to know what the people are going to do. And I'm not saying nobody's doing nothing. But when you look online, as the quote here, and I'll just play a quick snippet before we get to the next topic, because I did save it, to hear that this guy, where he at? Guess he was saying the government was radicalized and they want to cut back in the Senate. They was grilling him on Capitol Hill. This guy right here. So this is the guy we talking about, right? Russell Vog, or however you say it. He's now the White House budget director.
For the president of the Center for Renewing America, and the think tank produced a 2023 budget proposal calling a commitment to end woke and weaponized government. Do you remember that?
Yes, Senator.
And that's the correct title?
Yes, Senator.
It's 104 pages of details to end woke and weaponized government. And it proposes deep cuts to the SNAP program. Is providing nutrition assistance to low-income kids woke and weaponized?
That's our
Senator, I'm not here to talk about the budget that the Center put out. I'm here on
Yeah,
behalf
but
of the
you just said you did that. I want to know what's woke and weaponized about providing food assistance to low-income kids.
Well, again, I'm not here on behalf of my center, on behalf of the president.
I know that, but this is your work.
Weaponized. We're referring to bureaucracies that.
Okay, so you're not in. You didn't include SNAP. You proposed to cut SNAP, but you're not saying it's woke and weaponized.
Again, I am not going to answer questions about the Center for Renewing
You
America's
propose
products.
deep cuts to Pell Grants. Is helping kids pay for college and helping their families, is that woke and weaponized?
Again, I'm not here to defend the Center for Renewing America.
I get it that you're not here to defend that work product, and I'm going to understand why. You propose deep cuts to Medicaid for millions of low-income families. Why is that woke and weaponized? You propose undermining health insurance. Why is that woke and weaponized?
You could go watch the clip. I just wanted to give you a snippet of what type of energy he coming in with. Again, if you wasn't familiar with Project 25, obviously a lot of the Dems was pushing it. In my opinion, as a fearmonger tool, to get you to vote Democrat, etc. And again, no matter what you voted for, but especially if you was on the Dem side. So this is like the worst thing that could have happened, is them getting in and now they putting people in a position to fuck us over. And again, let's say it's true, but when are we going to start pooling our money together, our ideas together, to combat some of this? And I always quote on the channel before we get off this topic, right? Because they're going to cut SNAP. Say the worst happens, like everything that they saying, again, like what I was saying when they was scaring us or trying to scare us. The worst is here now. They about to cut food stamps, they about to cut SNAP, no more DEI, no more this, no more that, no more education in the school, Black History Month, even though Trump came back out and he like, I deem this Black History Month. Even I'm siding with Morgan Freeman on some, do the Jews celebrate their month? Do the Arabs celebrate their month? Like, we the only ones asking, like, I don't subscribe to the black. I don't celebrate none of this stuff. Not knocking nobody that does, but I'm just saying I saw with Morgan Freeman when he asked the Jew, you know what I mean, like, when is Jew month? And he's like, we don't have no month. Right? We if you're black, but you're black, then we celebrate every day. We should. You got a mom's? Oh, it's Mother's Day every day. Oh, you got a dad? You got a father? Oh, every day. Like you got children? We should be celebrating and bigging up our people all of the time. Not when they tell us on the calendar, May 12th, Mother's Day, February, the shortest month, by 1 2 days. That's Black History Month. Okay, cool. Says who? Says who? And no matter who says it, why are we following it? Or why we got it, and then you get mad if they say, yeah, we not recognized. All right, fuck what you recognize. We recognizing it. So just on some Wu-Tang shit like my seeds, grow with his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family. And again, before I get off this topic, I often quote on the channel like in the hood. If you from, Harlem, where I'm from, Harlem, 7th, Lenox, and what about it? You from Brooklyn, you from Queens, you from Rochester, no matter where you from, right? The essentials is a 99-cent store, a laundromat, a supermarket, corner store. You can add the pizza shop and Chinese food. Those are foods and different things like that. We won't get into the McDonald's. And we spoke about this in length. Obviously, it's black folks that are a part of these franchises. They have businesses, etc. They brought in Popeyes. And it may not be a lot, but it is some. When are we going to put our money together? Let's say you in Rochester, right? And it's the Dollar General up there. But it ain't black owned. But you go there every week, you go there every other day. All the people go there every other day to get their, little supplies. Toilet tissue, water, shampoo, soap, shit like that. Razors and all that, right? Imagine if everybody in Rochester, all the black folks, did a GoFundMe, or not even a GoFundMe. You get the point that the road that I'm traveling. Put all their money, everybody put $1. Whatever the population is in Rochester, the rich, the poor, everybody can come up with $1. So you say if it's, I don't know the population, I could Google it, but you Google it. But let's just say it's 300,000 people living there. It's probably more than that in Rochester. I've been up there a few times, right? Now you got 300,000. Everybody put $5, $2. See what I'm saying? Then you buy the things that you need in that neighborhood. You from Harlem, you from New York. So you know what? We tired of going to, not even on some racial shit like it's racial, Martin Lawrence, right? From Boomerang movie. It's racial, man. When they was playing pool and shit. Everybody in Harlem, a block, say, damn, it got to be at least 10,000, 15,000 people on each block. Everybody put $1. Everybody put $1. Now, you may not be able to buy out the local 99 cents, but you could build one where it's a spot for rent at. You could get a Chinese restaurant there if you want Chinese in it, and then it'll be a black Chinese restaurant. And, one of my favorite movies, and we quoted this like 2 weeks ago, was The Last Dragon and Daddy Green's Pizza. And when they was sitting at the table, Leroy and his brother, I can't think of the brother name, with the afro, and the daddy was saying the slogan, before it was such and such, but now everybody know such and so pizza to Daddy Green, and the son was saying it too, and the father looked at him like, yeah, nigga, one of the first black pizza owners in Harlem, in New York City, period, right? And you say, that's a big deal. It's a big deal. We all love pizza. We all love Chinese food. We all love Popeye. We eating that shit. You see the lines for Popeyes with that fucking Don Julio. Anything with liquor and niggas is online. Don't get me wrong. I'm on TikTok, seen a couple of white people and other people online, but they put that shit in there for you. And that's you, black folks. But you're black. I mean, it was somebody else that like, this the block that drink the most Don Julios. Getting the motherfucker. I ain't worried about no Project 25. Every week you in the liquor store, Don Julio. Popping bottles every week. You buying Gucci, Fendi, Prada. Every time you pop a check. Every time you bust a lick. Every time you get a pack off. You going to get fly. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. The point that I'm making is that what if we put all our money together? And Wu-Tang said, my seeds grow with his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family. Yeah, imagine if we did that. And we say, you know what? Shit 10 blocks away, But Popovich and a couple of other whatever the foundation or whatever we call ourselves, they put a fucking 99-cent store right there on 135th. There's one on 40th and I live on 39th, but I'm walk and go to the black joint and patronize the black business. Last week when we was talking about boycotting Target and Walmart and all that, and I'm like, why we just can't have the discipline of boycott when you go in the store, just buy the black products. So there's plenty of black business owners, a lot of women too at that, with their products in these different stores. And that we boycott, they lose, you hurt them. So although the ultimate goal is to show your strength in numbers, and the black dollar is powerful. It's a clip that I quote all the time. And they're like, black people ain't poor. We spend over whatever the number is that we spend. And you say all these other ethnicities and people come to our neighborhood. The Jews, the Arabs, the Asians, the Africans, right? Even though they black skinned like us. Everybody, Italians, everybody come in and open up shop here. West Indians, the Jamaicans, everybody, right? And I'm speaking for, now it should be separated, even though we're together. FBAs, you know what I mean? Foundational Black Americans. Oh, but you're black, right? And you want to go to South Africa, but you're black. Joe Pesci, Lethal Weapon, right? You want to go to South Africa and apartheid? We need to put our dollars together because we got it. We got it. Everybody in your building, just your building. You know how people do, susus and all that. Some people try to do it and people be doing it. But imagine just everybody in your building put up $50 a week or $100 a month. So y'all can start a fund in case shit pop off, shit that your building needs, shit that, you think you might need. Those are the things that we need to start doing. Or, you will just get picked off separately one by one. And Project 25 or whatever else they got coming down the pipeline will come to fruition. And if you ain't one of the ones that really got it, and you all the way straight, you'll just eventually get picked off. Again, you could be a trained fighter. You could be well versed in, martial arts or whatever it is, and you'll last longer than somebody that's not versed or not trained and skilled, right? No discipline. But if you going against 20 other people that's like you and you by yourself, eventually the numbers is gonna number. The math is gonna math, and you ain't gonna make it. You're gonna get picked off. Eventually, you'll succumb to an injury. You beat 4 or 5 niggas, but one broke your arm. Now your leg is cut. You see the movies where, obviously the movies, the good guys, they beat 50 niggas on some equalizer shit. Denzel make it out. You make it out alive. Know what I mean? Man on fire to the end. You kill everybody, but you die in the end. The real life don't work that way. And then we're talking about people who, they study psychology, they study, they got all the stuff that's going for them. Eventually we lose. And what Dr. Strange said, I went forward in time and looked at the coming conflict and to see the possible outcomes. And what Tony Stark said, you see Tony Stark, if you on YouTube, you can see everything. If you on Instagram, you ain't gonna see everything. And what Tony Stark asked, how many did we win? Fuck all that other nigga. How many did we win against Thanos? How many times we got our ass kicked? And he said, 14,600,000 and some thousand, and we only won one. And we only won one. And we ain't gonna win none if we don't get it together. Get some more youth programs, put our money together. Obviously, you need competent, people, smart, intelligent people to run it. I'm not saying give me your money, put me in charge, 3 felonies, no college education, etc. Again, I'm not the smartest. And honestly, we speak about this too before we get off this topic seriously this time. In Islam, which I do practice to the best of my ability. I'm not holy in the now. I'm not up here. I still do shit I shouldn't be doing now. And I'm a work in progress. I'll be the first to raise my hand. Y'all got embarrassed in the class when the teacher used to make y'all read? Like I raised my hand, right? But in Islam, it say, be wary of the people who want position. You want to lead the people? Why? Why should we let you lead us? What makes you qualified to lead us? Do you have certain qualities? So I'll never be like, yeah, put me in charge. I don't even think I'm qualified, and I have no problem with following somebody that is qualified. that is more, up for the job. Will I play my part and, go along with the get along if shit making sense and they ain't leading us down a fucking burning hallway? Yeah, of course I will, because we stronger together. But let's get to some other shit though, right? Let's get to this Clyde Davis shit, right? And I'm gonna just play the clip real quick. Somehow, some way, this shit resurfaced. Hold on. Where's that? Oh, it might be in my other one right here. Clyde Davis. Yeah, right here. Talking about I forget who this person that was when not Jay Leno, forget the guy name, but he was interviewing him, asking him about obviously Whitney Houston died the night before the Grammys, etc. They decided to still have said Grammys right across the street or whatever, and he gave his answer on why the Grammys should still go on. I just want to speak on this a little bit real quick before we jump into some other topics, but this is what he had to say right here.
Did you let the party go on?
Of course, this is a personal thing, but the Grammys were the next night. You don't cancel. You turn an evening into a tribute.
You did a magnificent evening.
Into...
Did you give a thought to canceling?
Never.
You never thought?
Never.
Did you ever think...
And the family did not want me to give a thought.
Didn't.
To cancel.
No. The family didn't want to do it.
No, Whitney, I don't believe that she would have said the show must go on. She's the kind of woman that would say, stop everything.
Stop everything.
I'm not going to be there.
Shaka Khan.
I don't know what could motivate a person to have a party in a building where the person whose life he had influenced so enormously and whose life had been affected by her. Right. They were like, I don't understand how that party.
I had Clive Davis by pure chance in here on Friday night.
When did you let the party go on?
So I was saying this. I won't make this too long and drawn out, but let me just pull up some comments real quick.
Of course, this
is I don't know who page this on, but anyway, Kid Capri. I obviously want to, I was about to say I know Kid Capri, but I don't know him. But we did hang out a few times. Happened to be in the same spot and shit. You know what I mean? While he was hosting and I was out popping his TV. Shout outs to the Kid Capri, right? This is what he said. He like, this is why I don't like many industrial people. They use you until they don't need you. Choose wisely. Okay, we can rock with that. 27 likes. When your prodigy is upstairs lifeless, you shut the whole fucking hotel down. That's what somebody said. She made Clyde a millionaire. He should have canceled the party out of respect for Whitney. This man never cared about Whitney, only the money. They killed her, drowned her for the catalog. A lot of people is on something, they ain't give a fuck about it, they did this, they did that, and I get it. I'll definitely be like, shit don't seem right, shit don't sit well, right? Even with this, I'm not getting on here saying he did anything, because I would be, that would be reckless. I wasn't there, I don't know. Would I be surprised? Would I be shocked and amazed, as I say on the channel, when you put the beat on? Hell fucking no. I won't be shocked, and I won't be amazed if everything done in the dark come to the light and we come to find out like, oh no, this nigga had anything to do with, Whitney Houston and Crack is Whack passing, right? But a lot of the people, Shaka Khan barely speak on it without getting irritated. And the same here, cold world. This is Rick Forever, Rick Ross, right? No one would have questioned why you canceled that party out of respect. He didn't value Whitney. He saw it as a drug addict woman, a drug addicted woman who was no longer any use to him. That would have been Madonna. They would have closed the whole fucking Grammys down. They killed her. So a lot of people is like, they killed her. And again, I'm not saying they didn't. Definitely not going to get on here and say that they did, right? But I will say, for the celebrities and the entertainers that we love, we follow, the DMXs, the Pimp C's, the Whitney Houstons, anybody that you could think of that had public battles with drug addiction, right? And we know coming from where we come from, it's not just a but you're black thing. All humans have drug addictions and problem with fighting demons, etc. But I stick to the side that I know because that's where I come from. So I focus on people that look like me in the black community and celebrities and entertainers that we not look up to. I'm not going to use that word for me, but that we follow and we revere for the field that they in. I always say when you have something that's publicly known, drug addiction for one, it's easy for them to sneak in the back door and whoop you, make it look like anything else, and everybody gonna go for it because they're going like, nah, DMX definitely he came out and said, I'm slipping, falling, can't get up, I'm slipping, falling. Like that ain't the half. Niggas, you know what I mean? Like then I get back, looking type slick again, make niggas jump back on. You know what I mean? Like I get back, but then you slip back again. I have drug, in my family, abuse people I know. It's been around, especially crack, coke, shit like that, alcoholism, etc. And a lot of you probably can attest to it too. People in the limelight are no different. They just like us. Niggas bleed just like us. You know what I mean? But once it's public, once it's publicized, oh, you got a drug addiction. You got a gambling addiction. You got this addiction. You like fucking with them hoes, etc. Right? It can easily be exploited and say, oh, nah, he, offed himself, but the drugs made him do it. Yeah, they could have did it to take your catalog, take everything they got for you. They could have been doing this shit. Do I think this is what's been happening? Yeah, I'm not going to say it ain't happening. Can't say none of us proved it yet. We have theories and we have suspicions and assumptions, but that's really all what it is. But I brought up all that to speak about people like, yo, she made him millions, and that's a fact, right? Helped his career, When I think about my family, I think about people I know, came up with, went to school with, etc. People on social media that you just scrolling by and they on your timeline where everybody like lying on some Little Wayne shit, right? We see people say their loved ones is dead. What's the nigga Bandman Kevo? I think that's Bandman Kevo. I think that's his name. Rest in peace to his son and condolences to his family. I want to say it's been a year now, 2 years now. Can't even really think of it. And he did get flack for it, so what I'm about to say may not be relevant because people was like, damn, doggy, like your son just died, my nigga. Yet you at some party in Italy or London or Paris, wherever the fuck he was, like he got the news his son passed, and then he was back online like it was nothing, posting up other shit. We see people lose loved ones. Your loved ones die. They still going to Jamaica because that flight was booked. You ain't stopping your flight because your auntie died, because your uncle died. Now, maybe if it's your mom's, obviously, your pops, somebody that's close to you, your child. Yeah, if you had a trip to Jamaica and all of a sudden your son got shot up in the street on some gang shit and you knew he was on some gang shit, you ain't going to Jamaica, right? Because that would be wild. You ain't going into no motherfucking Jamaica. Your son just got his head blown all over the globe, so you're going to cancel your trip. The point that I'm making is, I'm sure y'all seen the post where it's like, 2 days after you die, and we 33 minutes into the show, and you know what I'm gonna say next. Do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, video, out of here. Your Mercedes Benz and your Range Rover, all that shit is out of here. We all gotta go. And it's a post that spins every so often. It's with the voice that everybody uses with the guy, the AI or whatever the guy is, Viagra pills and whatever, y'all know the voice when you hear it. And it's like 2 days after you die, they packing up your shit in your house. This is for the moms, this is for anybody. They packing up your shit. They throwing out the shit that's not valuable to them, that don't have no meaning to them. Meanwhile, you had your crystal, like say I passed. Not that this shit don't mean nothing, but it's for my background. If you on YouTube, you get to see the whole background, right? Get to see the whole background. I'll turn the camera so you can see, right? Whoever, my nieces and nephews, They don't give a fuck about no Popovich TV, right? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This don't have no meaning to them. It has no value. So as they going through the shit, this would be given to a kid who may like a red radio doll. This is a radio speaker with a little Gucci bag, even though we don't fuck with them. This cup, all this shit right here will be given to donation. You may keep one or two things, like, oh, now I remember Uncle Leon, he used to always have that in his background. I like those Wolverine claws. Let me get those. Somebody may take this, but overall, your shit going in the garbage. Your shit going to Salvation Army. Your shit is going out the window. And the stuff that's not valuable is going to be thrown in the trash. They're going to be saying, who could pay the rent? How much was the rent? Because I'm going to move in now. People moving into your crib. They're going to wear your clothes and throw the shit out that's not valuable. And those are the facts. And you can like it. You can dread it. You can run from it. But destiny arrives all the same. That's the facts for people, loved ones, your family, your cousins and them. And them niggas killed your cousin and you ain't gonna do shit. Them niggas shot your cousin up at like Cain at the light, like Cain's cousin Harold, and you ain't gonna do shit. And so to hear people in the comments, I get it. It's social media. I don't take it, seriously. You can't take half of the shit you see on social media. You can't take serious. Now people like, yo, they should have shut the Grammys down. And I don't give a fuck about the Grammys. I didn't watch the Grammys 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I didn't watch it. On my timeline, I seen Casanat and other little clips spinning, right? Kendrick Lamar won, etc. I seen that, but I didn't sit in front of my TV watching the Grammy and watching Beyonce win Best Album or whatever she got, and this ain't Texas, and whatever, this ain't home, put your cards down. I didn't watch that shit because I don't give a fuck about it. I could give a fuck about the Grammys, right? However, it is a big deal. It is a tradition. So, and she, so whatever, or they did over, right? Let's say they did. Then they're going to shut the whole thing down. This shit was playing for months and TV revenue and ads and people getting the war. When they going to push it back to? Now, a national disaster, some, floods or the fire that's sweeping through LA, shit that's affecting massive people. We need firemen. We need police officers. We need security. We need, emergency units and workers. Yeah, then you got to shut shit down. I'm not trying to downplay Whitney. I love Whitney. I believe children are the future. And I know, like all her songs, we love Whitney, right? It's one person. Iconic person. Truly iconic and a treasure, to the music industry and obviously to, if you're a music lover, treasure. Super treasure. You know what I mean? But shut the Grammys down. Shut the Oscars down. Shut the BET Awards down. Because Eminem died or 50 Cent died. No, you do a tribute. What else are you going to do? Michael Jackson died. Well, what you going to do? A whole bunch of people is involved to push it back and do. And you see it with football. And obviously, what was the shit that happened in New Orleans where the Super Bowl will be at, and the driver, allegedly maybe kind of sort of the Muslim dude drove through and hurt people. The game was that Monday night, I think. Push it to Tuesday because we need police officers. We got investigators out here. We got the FBI. We got to find out if it's explosives and anything out here that can hurt other people. We got to find out if this is a lone wolf or this is a fucking strategic, organized organization striking down. We got to make sure we get to the bottom of this so everybody can be safe. That's different than one person, found in the bathtub, or however they found it, right? Rest in peace. It's a big difference. And back to the family. Some of us get the news, like, what you gonna do? You out in the club. Some of us may leave the club or depending on who the person was. You on vacation, you booking a flight the next day back, or you gonna continue your vacation. I know somebody who mom's had to get surgery or whatever, and she made it through the surgery. Vacation was booked. They went on their vacation. You made it through, you in the hospital. Yeah, that's that. And it was a female that did it. So you can say, damn, Lee, that's foul. And on my end, I may look with the side eye too, like, damn, it's a cold, cold fucking world, B. Like, your mom just had surgery, you still went on vacation. You know what I mean? Like, Some people is cold-blooded like that, but I just thought it was interesting that people be so overzealous and on their high horse. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of death, unfortunately, let's talk about Irv Gotti, right? Rest in peace, Irv Gotti. He just passed. Young too, if you ask, a lot of people, if you ask, 54 years old.
Everything here in Dame Dash BouT Life household is all organic, fresh, no preservatives. Fuck preservatives. Fuck fake shit. Fuck fake people. Fuck fake food. All that, man. Everything here in Dame Dash. There it is.
And they
Where that Desco at? You got the Desco?
Desco Poppy.
Yo, I totally endorse the Desco. I'm fucked up
I was
right now.
fucking
And
with
it's just
Desco too.
Yeah. There it is.
and they
It was right because my crew tells me it's right, and I respect him. Come on, they keep saying Def Jam onto these reviews. He don't give a fuck about nothing but rock.
So, rest in peace, Irv Gotti, for those that don't know, you know what I mean? Still a little memory lane.
Tired of researching ingredients.
Little memory lane. Irv Domingo Lorenzez Jr. played a key role in hip hop. Obviously, if you were a new nigga, like y'all new niggas, y'all some new niggas. Y'all may not know about all of the hits in, the early 2000s, etc. And, for what it's worth, we living in an era where none of that shit really matters. Even if it's good music, even if your contributions was like heavy. And what's the song Pound Cake with Drake and Hove? And in the beginning, he's like, yeah, we had the A&R. They come, the A&R. They pay for compliments of the company, bottles of champagne and all that. And he like, because all that bullshit is here today and it's going tomorrow. Like it's going tomorrow. And even when you made an impact, you know what I mean? We so microwave era now. You know what I mean? Like if it ain't trending right now, or once it's trending 2 or 3 days, depending on what it is, then that shit is over with. It's on to the next. On to the next one. On to the next one. Hove on that new shit. Niggas like How Come? Niggas want my old shit. Buy my old albums. Like, niggas stuck on Stupid. I gotta make the blueprint. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to, the Irv Gotti, rest in peace, condolences, to him, and condolences to the family, rather. Massive producer, visionary in hip hop, played pivotal and critical roles in, the early shaping of, hip hop at that time with DMX, Ashanti, Ja Rule, Jay-Z, etc., Jennifer Lopez, and, from the Foolish to the Memorize. And I'm going up, even though I got it up cap, but just so we could, not really miss nothing. Then even after, the music died, with the whole, the feds investigating them because of, Kenneth McGriff, Supreme, you know what I mean? Person that allegedly got 50 shot up 9 times. And, we had that whole thing. It pushed their label back. They exhausted a lot of financial resources, you know what I mean? I won't say they went broke, but they wasn't able to put music out. It really was a real roadblock for them. And it took them a long time to come back. And, that's the shit. Like, it's, it's easy to get in shit, but it's hard to get out, even when you're innocent. And obviously they was acquitted. They had the beef with 50 Cent, obviously Murder Inc., etc. And we see 50 Cent, trolled, put up some, distasteful shit about Irv Gotti passing. Dame put up something saying, even though we had our differences, you never want to celebrate somebody losing their life or death. And I reached out to him, etc. Still a brother, you know what I mean, in the industry, etc. Still did business together, still had relationships together. The 50 Cent angle, before we get back to, Irv Gotti, his contributions to, to hip hop, etc. A lot of people, some people say he took it too far. That would be 50 Cent, that is. He's the bad guy, you know what I mean? New York City's own bad guy. It's easy to see when you look at me. If you look closely, 50, don't back down. Anytime I'm like, we know what it is. And we know that, he ain't got to be high to be starting some shit. You know what I mean? And I forget the picture or whatever the post he put up. Some people like, yo, it was super distasteful. I'll even say it's super distasteful. It's something that you could have stayed quiet on. But then it's the other people who, you know, when a person is your favorite, they could do no wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you hear people say, "Oh, that's daddy favorite, that's mommy favorite." You know, when your parents got more than one child and you got more than one sibling, you might not be the favorite. So your older sister get away with shit you can't get, or the baby of the bunch, etc. And a lot of people rock with 50, so he could do no wrong in people's eyes. My thing is, I get it. They was rolling with possibly, maybe, kind of, sort of, you know, the nigga that, you know, tried to get you off. Almost 50 or whatever 50 Cent age is, 50, almost 50. I don't know if he's 48, 49, or if he even 50. I don't think he's 50 yet. I could Google it, but y'all niggas Google it. You still ain't got to say nothing. Because although they may have tried to do that, homie locked up, I don't know if he ever coming home, you kind of crushed them, you know what I mean? Or definitely put a big dent in their career, knocked them off course, so to speak. You flourish, you are who you are now. You still doing big things, and you know, you lived a good life. You living a good life. You able to do the things you want and employ people, hire people, you know, stop niggas from getting a couple dollars. Like you know, you in a position of power, like one of his songs, which is my favorite songs. Don't trip, I kill you if you fucking my grip. I won't hesitate to let her for clip. Ha, nigga, don't trip. On the Massacre album, that Position of Power is one of my favorite songs. Super fire. You in position. You was you favored, right? And God bless the child that got his own. So you don't have to be distasteful. You don't have to, I won't say hold a grudge. Anybody try to knock you off, it ain't really no going back from that. But the dead is the dead. And as much as you troll, as much as you on the internet, you got family. You know, you got sons, you got kids, and maybe Marquise may not, he probably not going to shed a tear for you, you know what I mean? But your youngest son, your baby moms, you know, obviously his mother passed. I don't know if his father's passed, but you got people that love you. You got people that, you know, they all in for you, they love you. When you pass, if you pass today or tomorrow, because we never know when we going to be out of here. It ain't beyond the scope of realm to see, you know, something happen to 50 Cent tomorrow. That shit could happen tomorrow. And they'd be like, oh shit, Irv Gotti died, 50 died, 50 Cent dead? Like niggas would be like, yo, 50 Cent dead, right? That's not outside of the scope of the realm. Because nobody gets a voucher like, nah, you lived to 80. You lived to 70. Now we letting you know now you gonna live to 90. At your later years, you're gonna get cancer, we gonna chop your leg off, but you gonna live to 93. Now nobody gets that motherfucking guaranteed phone call. You don't know when you're gonna die, and he could die tomorrow. I'm not wishing that on him. What I'm saying is the internet is undefeated. So all that shit that he doing, all the trolling, all the distastefulness, people gonna be pushing that shit right back on him. And who gonna have to see it? His youngest son. Even Marquise, he may not feel no type of way about it. He may not give a fuck. Cause they at odds, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a good father-son relationship, which is super unfortunate. No matter who's the cause or the reasoning, if you ask me, right? It's unfortunate when the father can't have a relationship with his son, vice versa. But I get it. He was an entitled little nigga, right? Or, you know, following his moms, listening to his mom. So I get it. Fuck that nigga, right? This is the words of 50 Cent. Fuck that little nigga. He listened to his moms. He was too entitled. I get it. Even he may not give a fuck. But as the memes start to roll, and make no mistake about it, folks, when 50 go, yeah, people going to be playing his music. They're going to be happy. They're going to be celebrating. But it's going to be a lot of people, too, like, yeah, fuck that nigga. Fuck that monkey face ass, or whatever they going to say about him. Fuck that nigga. He was a piece of shit. He was a rat. He was too emotional. He was a troll. Niggas going to be making up memes. Niggas going to be putting up shit at him freshly right after he dead. And his family going to have to see that. So the thing is, yeah, I get they tried to off you. And it takes, you know what I mean? Like, not to forgive. I'm not saying forgive. You could go back and forth. And recently they was going back and forth. But he died now. He lost, you know, the Most High said, get over here. And we all gonna go. Some of us brutally too. You ain't gonna die in your sleep, nigga. Shorty, you ain't gonna just pass away through the green pastures. Some of us gonna be drowned in a car accident off the bridge, die in a plane crash like these planes falling all over the place. Shot dead and the bullet wasn't for you. Because niggas can't shoot right. But you live in the hood with a whole bunch of Pookie and Ray Rays and the king of the blood niggas. Yeah, some of us gonna be done dirty. Fucking mental health person come out the building on the train, stab you up. Damn, like what happened to Shorty? Like, she was just coming out of the building with the bags in her hand from Walmart. Stabbed up, hit by a bus. Some of us gonna die brutally. Those are the facts. You can run from it, you can dread it. Destiny arrives all the same. And like Drake, I want a quick death and an easy one. I want a bad bitch and an honest one. We don't always get what we want, folks. Those are the facts. So again, I'm not wishing nothing on 50. I'm just saying, the internet and the universe, if you don't believe in the Most High, right? I do. Although I'm not perfect. Yeah, you put your little shit about Irv guy, niggas try to kill me, man. Fuck them niggas. Fuck his moms, fuck his kids, fuck his... Like, I want him dead. I want his house burned to the goddamn ground. Like, fuck his whole lineage. I get it. They tried to off you years ago. And there ain't no passes on that. And there ain't no limitations on that. But when they die, and the Most High call them back, you ain't got to be happy and celebrating and putting up posters where his moms, his kids, people got to see like, damn, we know y'all niggas had beef. But it's a funeral now. We grieving. You know, before it used to be a time where it's like, you know what I mean? We gonna cease fire. Yeah, we killing niggas up, but the old lady done got killed. Crossfire. Miss Bridget. And I'm making up this shit. We gonna cease fire right now. We gonna have the funeral. We gonna pay for the funeral. Moving with certain morals and ethics. And we gonna let this shit chill for a little minute. 2 weeks, we gonna be back at it. Like, damn, let his family grieve. And again, when he go, whether it's today, whether it's 10 years from now, 15 years, like Whitney Houston said, whether it's tomorrow, next year, 20 years from now, you'll never be able to say they forgotten about me, Jack. Hove ain't lie. Niggas been through the, I mean, I done came through the block and everything, that's fly. That was the Whitney Houston he put it on that song, right? Jack. Niggas gonna be going in on him. And his family gonna have to see the hatred, the vitriol that some people have for him. Do it make it right? Hell no. Riri, what up? On the check-in. We live on YouTube, we live on Instagram. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video. That's all I'm saying. I get niggas tried to kill you. Niggas killed your cousin and them. Killed you in front of everybody. We gonna go out here and we gonna kill all these niggas, right? On some menace to society shit. But now they dead. Let the family grieve. Let his kids mourn. And be, what's the word I'm looking for? Just not distasteful. You know what I mean? Like take the high road in that regards. But speaking of 50 Cent, you know, rest in peace, Irv Gotti. You know, we all gotta go. Real quick before we jump off Irv Gotti and get to the other trending topic. They said he had multiple strokes over the last, you know, couple months or a year or so, dealing with certain things. There's one report out there that it was drugs addiction and niggas be on drugs and shit like that. You know, fighting demons, you live a certain lifestyle, rock star lifestyle, might not make it, you white boy wasted, even though you in your later, you know, your later years, 50, 45, you know, anything over 30, you lived a long life. Because life is not guaranteed, right? I don't know if these things are true. The family are asking for privacy, and we should give him that. But just like he had diabetes, that he had certain things. In the black community, we know that's heavy with us. Hyperextension, or whatever the terminology is, sugar diabetes, high blood pressure, you know, all of the elements that we get for the women, fibroids, and all this type, obesity, all this shit, especially if you living in America. And this is America. Don't get you slipping now. Police be tripping now. We know the diet over here is shit. The diet over here is shit. From the Doritos to the McDonald's to whatever the fuck you can think of that you eating. If it ain't raw foods and, you know, holistic foods, the diet is shit. And although you may be young and vibrant and your body could take it, After a while, it can't. And I know I want to be graphic, but y'all know we keep it real on the show before we get to the next topic. Still dealing with 50 Cent. You know, when you a kid and you use the bathroom, you can eat all type of shit. Your shit be like this. Should be long, healthy, stuck together. As you get older, depending on your lifestyle, depending on how you living, right? As you get older, you keep eating at McDonald's. You keep eating them Dunkin' Donuts. You keep drinking them sodas and all that bubblegum shit. And I'm guilty of it too. Shit, last night I had a Chunky Monkey. It's my favorite ice cream. That's why I stay maintained at the same weight a nigga. That nigga run 5 miles and then, oh, I did good. Let me eat this Chunky Monkey. And last night I bust that shit down, right? So I'm guilty too. I'm not looking down on nobody. What I'm saying is, when you get older and you go to the bathroom after them oxtails, rice and peas, or that fish and chips, or whatever it is, that bum-ass Chinese food, make sure you fry the wings hard, chop them up. Extra hot sauce on your chicken wings, right? When you go to the bathroom, it don't be compact and together no more. It be a little turd. It be small. It be, you ain't even going to the bathroom. That shit is all in your stomach and in your body, causing cancer, parasites, all type of shit. Shit breaking out your face, and you start to get big as, you know what I mean? Like, you be like, damn, you know what I mean? I used to be the shit back in high school. And like, damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you? Like, you was prom queen. Now you looking like prom fiend. And you ain't even on drugs. But the diet that you on and the way your kitchen and your motherfucking refrigerator is set up, you looking bad. You out here looking crazy, shit crazy. And I don't know if that's the case with Irv Gotti, but just again, the little, you know, shit that I read on Google and all of that, it was like he was fighting diabetes, he was fighting shit. It's real heavy in the black community, and it's because of the diet and shit that we be eating. We all got to go, whether you're the most healthiest person or not. You still could go outside and get hit by a stray bullet. You still could, you know what I mean? You still out of here. We all are. But that don't mean we shouldn't be mindful of how we taking care of ourselves, what we putting into our body. But on that same 50 Cent timeline, because you know he just was real distasteful to me. You know what I mean? I get it. They tried to kill him. I did a video on the Big Meech linking up with Rick Ross. You know what I mean? The minute I wake up, I gotta get high. The homies be finding some way to get by. Like, clean up the Chevy, let's have it. You know what I mean? Like, the biggest, and I'm being funny, but I fuck with Rick Ross, and lyrically, he's super nice. Definitely super nice, in my opinion. I'm like, damn, I wonder how this shit gonna turn out. Because a couple of days had went by, you know, with 50 Cent not saying nothing. And just to recap, if you didn't see my other video, I didn't talk about it live, I just did a video about it. I'm like, first of all, I get the loyalty, a lot of people in the comment, loyalty on some Kendrick Lamar and Rihanna. Loyalty. Like, what you loyal to? And I get it. I definitely get that part. Outside of that, I'm like, you know, Meech was the big kingpin, whether you all agree with it or not, you like it or not. And just to recap some of the stuff, I'm not bigging him up, but in our culture, in our psyche, places we come from, niggas like him is celebrated. That's why they make Big Meech songs. I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, whipping work. Hallelujah. That's why we make series about them and documentaries, so we can see how these niggas got the first glove, you know, stash boxes, and how they connected St. Louis and Miami and, you know, Atlanta and Detroit niggas, and how they did it the biggest. And everybody from the Butler had Gucci, Fendi, Prada on. Everybody get a Bentley, Ferrari, and all that shit. And the niggas that go fight for the country, nigga that go to college and dip and dive in 52 block, the gang life, the street life, they go home and they become executives and businessmen and give jobs to niggas, they don't get celebrated. So I had to preface my, you know, comments with that first, but with saying that, because we do hold these people up here. Not everybody, but niggas do revere them. Nigga ain't tell, nigga stood 10 toes down. You know, nigga was the biggest of the biggest. He linked all these, these niggas. They met the plug. They made 10 million a day. Ain't nobody do that, right? Like, we picked that up. I get it. So in that vein, he's that guy. Who are you, 50 Cent, to tell us, man, who he can rub shoulders with, who he can make business deals with, who he can and can't talk to? I'm Big fucking Meech. Who the fuck is you? Pookie, not Pookie, Boo Boo. Think that's his name, right? Boo Boo. Who the fuck is you? I'm Slick Rick, and who the fuck is you, right? Like, who the fuck is you, my guy? Did you move 100 bricks? Did you meet the Mexican mafia and the El Salvador niggas? Did you do an XYZ? Nah, you sold your little drugs for Supreme or whoever you did. You got shot up 9 times and you became a rapper, my nigga. You ain't like me. And 50 Cent do got a song, You're Not Like Me. No, you're not like me. So in that sense, if you didn't see my other video, before we get to the response, I just was like, yeah, I get the loyalty part, and I hope it ain't no beef. I hope they still could work together. Rick Ross and 50 Cent, they got a long-standing beef. This nigga took his baby moms to the fur store, to the Gucci store, brought her a bag, let her come out with a book, and we see how she is now, still bitter, still, going at Rick Ross for whatever reason. He chose her. They got kids together. Obviously, they don't give a fuck about how the kids gonna view it. But that was foul play back then, if you don't know. He made the song, Officer Ricky, you won't believe what Tia told me. Your rap career is over, homie. Officer Ricky. Like, he went in, but he didn't finish Rick Ross. See, that's the difference between Murder Inc., Irv Gotti, and them, rest in peace, who we just finished talking about, and Rick Ross. Rick Ross came out like, you swaggerless monkey. He bobbed on them niggas lyrically. He came out, and lyrically, he couldn't fuck with him, in my opinion. He ain't back down. Like, he's one of the only ones, obviously the Locks in them too, but he still little bro'd them. Like, yo, get Puff on the phone. Tell a nigga I want to buy Jada Kids Publishing. Like, disrespecting him, even though Jada and them came out, you know what I mean? Like, they came out and tore ass. But he still little bro'd them. Don't let me do you like Jay did Mobb Deep. Y'all niggas ain't, money ain't as long as mine. Y'all niggas still don't own your publishing. Y'all signing deals and I give out deals. So in that regards, I may live in, I may live in CT, but I run New York. Even when I ain't there, little nigga, I run New York. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so he got at them in that sense. He wasn't able to do that to Rick Ross. And so the feud just kept going. It died down a little bit and what have you. I mean, what the fuck is going on with this Instagram over here? Hold on. Let's restart. And we live on YouTube and we live on Instagram. We're going to do this. We're going to exit this out. And then we're going to go live again. He wasn't able to do that to Rick Ross. So anyway, in my last video, I'm like, I hope, that this shit don't end up being nothing. But how silly am I? We know 50 Cent said, I don't got to be high to start no shit. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to be high to start no shit. And he answered back, or he responded to Big Meech doing the promo with Rick Ross about the car show and the welcome home Big Meech shit. And I'm not sure if Meech got with 50 Cent first, so you see the little video. I mean, you just see the photo. It ain't no video. And then he got with Rick Ross after, right? But some days passed and now 50 Cent finally answered. And I knew he was. I just didn't think he was going to answer like this, because I feel like as a grown man that did 22 years, 23 years, being the boss, kingpin type of nigga, whether you agree with it or not, some people be like, yeah, he tore the community down. Right, he did. I'm not saying that he did good shit for the community. He might have gave out some turkeys, might have brought some book bags. He might have did some other shit, but ultimately he tore down the community. Granted, Sugar Hill 145, what's the word? However, he's still a grown man. And although you brought my story to life, who the fuck is you to tell me who I can and can't talk to? I'm not your bitch. I'm not your, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not your employee. Now, 50 Cent came out, called him a rat, talked about, one of the biggest mistakes you made should have been, to keep good relations with the Tammy Cohen chick. I guess, you know, it's a lot of stuff going on. My response is this, right now that 50 Cent came out and put the rat picture, he put Little Meech text online, showed that, yo, he like, yo, they said you wouldn't follow me, and I'll take my shirt off for you and all that and all this. And, you know, we know that he sent them to, you know, acting school 2 years, paid him, made him a big star. So in that sense, I say even though Big Meech in his mind, probably like, yo, I was the biggest out here. The whole fucking kingpin of the East Coast, nigga. From Atlanta to St. Louis to Miami to Detroit. I did it on levels that niggas only dream about, even if it was for a little while. Who the fuck is you, little rapper? You know what I mean? Little small-time drug dealer. And again, I'm just bringing that up because we compartmentalize things and we look at people and all that. You know, what Hov said, what you mad because he pushed dimes? Or, well, no, what you mad because you sell dimes and he push weight? Y'all don't know my expenses. I got to buy bigger plates and more baggies. Why you all aggy? So people do look at it like, oh, nah, he had a whole drug organization and you just was working for somebody. You might have got a brick, but I had 100 bricks. So it's not the same. In that regards, it's like, maybe Meech in his mind is like, nigga, yeah, you put me on, you did for my son, etc. But who the fuck are you to tell me I can't, you know, link up with nigga? I'm home now. I'm going to be moving around and rubbing elbows with niggas. Who are you? And then 50 is like, nigga, first your brother, you know, Southwest T, linked up with the Supremes, you know, son nigga, wearing a t-shirt. I accept that. Cool. You come home. You know, I did more for your son than you did. And here's the plot twist, right? Because I don't know how Meech viewed it from the series. I don't know none of them niggas, right? They paint him as being smart, being calculated. You had to know that this was going to have a negative blowback. And plot twist why I said that is like, could he be jealous of his own son? Could he be like, damn, if this was me 20 years ago before we got bagged by the feds, I might have been a rapper. I might have been a 50 Cent or a Irv Gotti or somebody in that vein that was calling the shots. But you end up going, you know, to the feds, doing time, and your son, when you look at the clip of him, he like, yo, I take my shirt off. I take the shirt off my back for 50 Cent. My pops used to call me every day from the can. Matter of fact, let's play that clip real quick. I got it.
He's a real one for this. So he talks about how 50 Cent took him under his wing and put him on.
I was still trying to find myself. My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? I said, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, you know, to live up to my dad's name. So I met 50. 50 put me in acting classes for 2 years in LA. Invested in me, paid for the acting class in the morning, in the afternoon. Come back home, study again, do the same thing the next day. Wow, that ball player. Yeah, but I put in the work though.
Meech a real.
He said I was still trying to figure it out. My dad on the jack every day, like, yo, what you gonna do with all that drug kingpin shit that we just talked about? Couldn't get him no job, they ain't got no connections, couldn't put him in the mix. Here comes 50 Cent, New York nigga, like I'm from New York. Put your son on, put him in acting school, morning time, evening time, you know, made the series official, made you a household name. Besides giving birth, you know what I mean? I'm not even trying to, what they call it, when they say hyperbole, right? And you embellishing. I won't think it's even embellishing for me to say like 50 Cent did more for your son than you did. Could it be jealousy? Could it be like, you know what I mean? Damn, I wish that was me. I'm older now. Like all of us, that we blessed to live, you know, the Most High let us live a little bit. You start to get the bags under your eye. You in the feds for 22 years. You ain't coming out looking like no diamond. You don't look 60 and washed up, but you don't look like your son because your son is youthful. He's young. He ain't really, you know what I mean? He ain't do no prison time. Could it be hate from the sideline? Mixed, you know, like, damn, that should be me. So let me go with Rick Ross. Or did Rick Ross get in your mind and you thought, you know, you're going to get the bag with him now and you already had the bag with homie? I don't know. Maybe he like, yo, I'm out now. I'm going to be making my own deals. I'm going to be capitalizing off my own name, my own story. Cool. You know it's beef and rat beef because ain't nobody get killed, nobody got shot up. Maybe a couple of blows and niggas had a couple of, you know, fist fights, I'm assuming. Again, 50 Cent did this shit with his baby moms. Niggas got rat beef back and forth and all that shit. But it ain't no real beef. Street beef. Maybe he thought it was just some rap shit. I don't know, but my thing is 50 Cent being emotional? And this is the last part of this topic. He's a rat now, right? He's a rat now. And what Jaden Styles said on the joint, and I'm tired of hearing about old niggas that had it. Be the same old niggas that ratted, but who cares? Let's talk about how we hawk niggas and they fucking back. Gun works official, but niggas don't be wanting that because they puss and they mans is lame. We so for real in the hood, we make candy rain. I could easily give you a job, but come see me like me, like, come on, bro. Like, so, you know, in that regards, right, it's like, you been to the nigga ratted. Allegedly, maybe kind of sort of. I'm going to add that, right? Because I know the Cuddy nigga, his daughter came out, and I saved the clips, but I'm not going to play all that in the video right now. Oneida, what's the word, young lady? V Star, baby, what's the word? We live on Instagram, we live on YouTube. 50 Cent is calculated. I read his book, The 50th Law. I read the 48 Laws of Power. I read a few books. Haven't been reading much lately, but yeah, you know, niggas get knocked and read books just to pass the time. It's a 50 Cent reference, right? The first album. I read a lot of books, right? I say that to say 50 Cent is smart. 50 Cent is calculated. 50 Cent like, damn, I'm gonna be dealing with Big Meech, Larry Hoover, whipping work. Hallelujah. Think I may save some things or tuck some things like Mano did. Chano! You know what I mean? When he was in the back of the Maybach, you know what I mean? The back of the act. And he pulled out Troy Ave chain and he thought it was a flex. But a lot of real niggas and just people in general was like, that was the lamest move you could have ever did, my nigga. And you should have never came back. On some Rocky shit, you should have never came back. He thought it was a flex. Yeah, you know, I've been holding on to this case I had to show niggas and, you know, niggas had your chain, but it's fake and it's, bro, seriously? You held on to a nigga chain that you was supposed to be cool with for 7 years? LeBron James, like, we gonna win not 1, not 2, not 3. Like, Wade start looking at that nigga like, pump the brakes. Kendrick Perkins, keep a cool booty. What you mean, we gonna win 5 rings? Like 7 years, my nigga? You held on to this man chain, waiting for the moment to come out. Ta-da! Look who got your chain, nigga. Cornball, whack move. And I said it. Whack boy move, right? But I say that to say 50 is the type to say, I'm going to be dealing, you know, with these BMF niggas. You know we did his homework before the series. You know we did his homework before any business deals would shake my hand. Make sure it's a firm shake. Say what's up, Ice Cube, and then break. Because if you standing there, I'm going to tell you loud and clear. Get off my dick, nigga. Tell your bitch to come here like some Ice Cube shit. Before the deal was cut, you think he ain't have the fouls? You think a nigga like 50 Cent ain't have the fouls and the rundown on this dude, whether he told or not? So you knew he told. Can't tell me. He could tell y'all, he could tell the internet. You definitely not telling Kid that you did a whole series on a story and you ain't know he told till after the 3rd season? Nah, you knew. So don't push the rat shit now. I hate when people do. It's like a woman. We've been together 2 years ago. Promises is all. And I'm like, you was dealing with some nigga up in college? Nah, I mean, found out you still. Nah, you knew I ratted. And I'm just using this allegedly because I don't got no paperwork. But what I'm saying is, if he's a rat now, you knew he was a rat. But you still did the series. You still got money off the series. It ain't like you just took Little Meech out the kindness of your heart and says, you know what? I'm going to send you to acting school. I'm going to pay for your classes. I'm going to make sure you're the face of... No, nigga. You did it because there's money involved, and I'm not knocking it. Business is business, and that's why when Rick Ross answered, he like, yo, nigga mad because we took a picture together He mad because we did a little video. And Rick Ross is a super troll, just like that's why he laughs. He's nice lyrically. He ain't backing down, and on the troll level, he's up there. He's like, yo, you might as well put your back on the wall and slide down. Like, come on, my nigga, get out of your feelings. Business is business. Like, there's plenty of niggas, you know, at least where I'm from, and I'm from 142nd, Lenox Avenue, Lynch Mob. No, not the rap niggas, Lynch Mob, right? And I'm just telling you where I'm from. Plenty of drug deals, street shit go on where niggas don't really like each other. Niggas don't fuck with each other. But no, we gonna control over here. Y'all niggas gonna have a, you know what I mean? Like, we gonna make it work because there's money involved. And we can look past the money. In fact, what was it, the scene from Snowfall, right? With Franklin. Fire series, right? If you ain't familiar, you ain't familiar. I think Leon, my name, right? My government name. Nigga with the afro. He was he had conflict with the light-skinned nigga. I can't think of his name. And whatever the scene was, you see Franklin get super mad, like, I don't give a fuck. You mad about such and such a nigga because you don't like the way that he speak to you. We getting money, like we moving bricks, my nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Put all that little boy shit to the side. Put your pride to the side. Let's get some money and let's burn this shit down. And then he even burnt the other nigga face and all that because they didn't like how he was talking or whatever. And there's plenty of people, like people go to work every day. You don't like your boss. You don't like your coworkers, but they paying you. Some getting paid good, some not getting paid good, but you got to pay your bills. So you go to work every day, you sit on the train, riding back and forth with people you don't fucking like, and weirdo mental health people every day to get paid so you can get by. Just to get by, just to get by. Bro, y'all all millionaires. You all millionaires, I get it, the loyalty. And anyway, Rick Ross answered, and he trolled the shit out of him. Like, yo, he like, it's a few times that, you know, different people try to cease the beef. I'm going to use coincidence, beef, right? And he like, I refuse that shit. Because this nigga's a swaggerless monkey. Nigga can't dress, nigga got the New York hat on with the collar sticking out. And he like, and then I could just jump in and say, yo, we got the car show. We got this, we got that. He even coming out like, yo, we might do a whole motion movie because what y'all was getting was like the low budget version of BMF. We might bring it to the real big screen. And whether that's true or not, you know, it is what it is. But I feel like two things before we get off this. One, I feel like Big Meech could do what the fuck he want because he's a grown man. He don't owe no loyalty to nobody. He don't. Like, nigga, you benefited off of this. You ain't come get me out of prison and get my son and do the story and do all that out of the kindness of your heart. You did it because it was a check involved. You did it because our story was going to sell, nigga. We made BMF the biggest with the billboards and all that shit when you come into Atlanta. You ain't did it if it was some rinky-dink, bum-ass story. You did it because it was a story people wanted to hear about. And what better person to use? My son. Because he looked just like me when I was young. So you did it with a purpose. You didn't just do it and put money on the books because we was day ones. We grew up together. I know your moms and all that. You didn't do it for that. So in that breath, he was looking at probably at it like that. Breath two, you a smart man, Meech. You had to know it was going to be some type of blowback, and then you ain't even think of your son. You ain't even think of the ramifications and, you know, the trickle-down effect that it was going to have on your son. He made your son a household name, put that nigga in the series, paid for it, this shit again. He benefited off it, but he still did it. You couldn't even do it with all of the clout and the kingpin status that you had. You couldn't get on the phone and put that nigga in the series and sell your story to somebody that would have did it the way 50 Cent did it. So it should be some type of, keep using loyalty, but if anything, get on the phone first. Now, I mean, not that you have to, because you are Big Meech, I get it. But it still should have been like, yo, Fifth, the nigga did do the BMF song about me. The nigga wanted to put some money in my pocket. He wanted to do the car show. No, you don't. How deep is the beef? Like, you know what I mean? Is it some rap shit, some street? Like, I want to be my own man and move around. What's up? How can we both get some money? As opposed to doing it And, you know, maybe it's more than what we know, because in the video, he like, yo, I'm back. And it looked like they all trolling. It looked like they all trolling him. Is 50 Cent wrong for exposing Little Meech, the text messages and all that? We noticed what 50 Cent do, bro. We noticed what he do. He's the biggest troll, or one of them. And Rick Ross is one too. Is he over emotional? Should he be mad? Should he be telling this whole grown man that was who he is, who and who he can't talk to, when he can talk to him, how to talk to him? Can't get my own money? Can't talk to other bosses? And a lot of people like, yo, Rick Ross lame and woo 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 and and I get it. Took a whole nigga, like you bigging him up, but you didn't do that for the real Ricky Freeway. You didn't do that for him, and he's already on record. Obviously, he sued Rick Ross. That's why, you know, it's Rose. Now, Rose, like, he changed it. He like, yo, nigga called me up on the phone, and, you know, then when he came home, they was in the same room, and it was all love. Like, he was bowing down, like the real, you know what I mean? Like, I'm that fucking guy, and you was a correction officer telling niggas to lock in, homie. I'm that guy. Again, it's tearing down the community. I'm just saying the facts. I'm that guy making $1 million a day or whatever. I brought the whole strip, and you just taking my likeness and taking my lifestyle, and which is some crazy shit. And you don't big me up. You don't give me no money. You don't put me in your video. You don't try to partner with me. I'm the nigga who you copying. And what they say, imitation is the highest form of flattery. Yet Big Meech, who you ain't, I don't know if he sent money to him or not. Blue Apparel Beauty, what's the word? I don't know if you sent money to him, or, you know, did he put money on the books? Why you ain't sending son to acting school? Why you ain't sending niggas $1 million? You did this, and maybe he did. And maybe that's why Meech is fucking with him. Lastly, before we get off this topic, you hear Little Meech like, yo, you know, Rick Ross gave him a couple dollars to the next series. Like, how you come home and you ain't got no money, or, you know, woo woo woo, and you miscalculated. That's the only thing I could think of. You know, I ain't mad at you for doing what you're gonna do. Now you fucking with Ross. It better be a solid thing, because you're not gonna be able to go back over that bridge that you burnt. You're not. I feel bad for Little Meech, because he just a casualty, took a straight bullet. He ain't had nothing to do with it. Like he said, he was, you know, figuring it out, ain't have shit. 50 Cent swooped in, changed his whole life around, put that nigga with SZA and made him a household name, made their story, even though niggas knew what it was. But it's different when you see it on the big screen. You employ niggas, you give niggas jobs, and here all this nigga did was made a song that benefited him and said your name. That's it. So all he did was say your name. Again, I don't know if Rick Ross sent him some money, and now he got to give him some money like Lil Meech said. He gave him a couple dollars to help pay some of his bills. Like, how much bills you got, my nigga? You just came home. No, you ain't jumping into debt and start accumulating shit that you ain't got, which would have been crazy. Instead of getting that money, investing, etc., he just kind of jumped out the window. Again, I'm not mad at him, because he is own man. No grown man should be telling no grown man what to do. Like, even if I'm your father. After you reach a certain age and all, like, if you ain't living under my roof, there's only but so much I could, like, if you living under my roof, then it's my way, or I'm gonna whip your ass. Once you get grown, you start fucking, you got kids, you working, you filing your own taxes. Only thing I could do is counsel you as your father, the person that birthed you or helped give life to you. I only can counsel you. Yeah, I can fuck you up and all that, but as a grown man, you can fight back. I'm not gonna let you whip my ass, daddy. I'm grown now. In fact, I'm gonna whip your ass, because you older now. So to hear another man that ain't family, and you ain't my brother, and we wasn't day ones, tell me like, yo, I can't get money with niggas, or I can't do X, Y, Z. It is what it is. I feel bad for Little Meech. But let's get to this next shit, though. Let's get to the gangs in Brooklyn, right? We talk about stories like this all the time. You know what I mean? Let's talk about, where's this shit at? The gang niggas, where they at? Here they go, right here. Lisa Everett's.
There is breaking news on the streets of Brooklyn today. Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez announced he was unsealing a 129-count indictment, including murder, conspiracy, and many other charges against 14 alleged gang members allegedly of the 5'9" Brims and Bloodhound Brims, who were active in South Brooklyn, particularly Sheepshead Bay and Coney Island. They ranged in age from 15 to 30. The law enforcement officers, as well as the district attorney, say they were involved in 19 shooting incidents where 9 people were wounded. 4 of those were innocent bystanders. There were also 18 guns taken off the streets. Now, this is a wide-ranging murder conspiracy case. 13 of the 14 are charged with attempted murder. 2 are facing murder charges in the death of a rival. You can see one of the videos that they showed at the press conference with the Brooklyn DA here. Now, one of the things that's interesting about this is the second big case I've seen where there's an individual 30 or older who is with the group and indicted and active allegedly in all of these shootings. Now, 2 of the faces you see are blanked out. That is because both of them are underage. One is 15, one is 16. So I covered up their face and their name because they are underage. The others, you can see their names and their ages. Most are in their late teens or early 20s. But the other thing is, this went back to February of 20. There is breaking news on this.
All right, folks. So this is not new to the channel, right? Gun violence, gang violence, and y'all know I'm not an angel. If you rock with the channel, I really appreciate it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, right? We talk about this ad nauseum. We talk about this at length. Real quick, it's funny how it's always Lisa Everett's covering these raids and these buses. But I want to reiterate a few things. One being, it seems like every few months, they sweeping your local projects. They sweeping through your local New York City. I'm sure it's happening in other urban areas where, you know, they give you a little leeway, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you know, get their investigations done, get all their ducks in a row, and then they swoop in and get over here. Take 30, 20 niggas down, most of them young adolescents, following behind 1 or 2 dumb old motherfuckers, right, that can't think past go. And, you know, also, if you follow the channel, you know I'm not an angel. I've been up north 3 times, and I've been arrested a few times. Obviously, 2 armed robberies and 1 drug case, right? Like, coming up, for me, it wasn't the gang shit. It was, you know, blocks and crews, shit like that. You know, that wasn't the Bloods and the Crips as it is now. There was no such thing as a 59 Brim and all that shit. Now, in 94, when I got locked up the first time, obviously, I guess OG Mac or whoever, he came over, and then when I went right back, you know what I mean, in 96, that's when I came to Rikers Island. Y'all know I told the story. I won't go through the whole story, go through 4 Main and Ty from Brooklyn, nigga looking like BouT with the little tweeds in his hair. He like, yo, you want to get down with the Crips? And I'm like the Bloods and the Crips? And he like, yeah. And I'm like, nigga, hell to the no. Not because I was scared or nothing like that. Obviously, I was in there for a robbery, but it was just like, Tim Dog already said, fuck Compton. And fighting over colors and all that gang shit is for dumb motherfuckers. And don't get me wrong, I got a couple niggas I fuck with hard. They, you know what I mean, even at the age that they at now, still involved, right? So I'm not shocked and amazed that these young niggas is caught up in the wave of, you know, the gang life culture. Been over here since 94, 95 for sure. Some may say 93, you know, it ain't spread that far. But my whole second bid, I lived through that whole shit. From Rikers Island all the way, you know, all the jails that I've been through. The Comstock, Elmira, 5 Points, Attica, Sing Sing, you know what I mean, Wardkill, Groveland, Mid-State. I might be missing a few, but I've been to a few jails. And I'm not saying this to brag. It doesn't make me tough and make me a fool for going to jail for armed robbery multiple times, getting caught. But my point is, I had to go through the system in the infant stage. I told y'all, 96, January, fresh after the New Year. Happy New Year! My dumb ass do a robbery, we get caught. As soon as I go into the jail, some top Bart Simpson looking nigga asked me, do I want to get down with the Crips? Some of my mans joined, some people joined the blood, they end up being against each other. Some co-defendants end up being against each other, some dumb shit. Like, nigga, we just did a robbery together. We came in here neutral. Now you blood and I'm Crip, and now we gotta go against each other? And that shit fucked the whole New York City landscape up. That's another story. You may hear a couple of other channels be like, yo, New York always had gangs, and it was the Vice Lords, or, you know, it was the Transformers, not the Transformers, the Decepticons and shit like that. Yeah, you may have had a little something, but it's not like now, and it's not like how it turned out to be when the Bloods came over. And then like I said, like the Crips was maybe popped up a little bit, but then they got washed out, flooded out. Couldn't find no more Crips besides 4 Main. In fact, every other Crip that I ran into or at the jails, they was getting cut, they was getting ran out, they was getting beat up, burned up, because they didn't have the numbers. Everybody and their mother joined the Bloods. And peace, almighty, peace, blood. Peace, almighty, peace, blood. Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3. Every fucking night on the gate. My ears, my eyes, like, when am I going to get out of this nightmare? Every fucking night. Like Tupac said, and brothers screaming all night, wishing they stopped. On the Machiavelli album, all night. So all you hear, they was talking in codes, it's gonna be this, send the flag, send the missile, do this shit. All but you're black. Because it's a lot of white niggas in jail too. It's a lot of Asian niggas in jail too. It's a lot of other niggas and humans in jail, but you only got beef for the black niggas that look like me and you. So that's why I don't respect it. I respect certain individuals because I know even without joining, they still was official. Meaning they wasn't scared, they still would have lived, they still would have got busy. You know what I mean? Even if the numbers is against them, then there's some people you only roll with the rush because you were scared. You couldn't live on your own, so you ain't want to be down. You just got down with the kings because you wanted to live. And I get it. Jail was a rough place. And like Trek said, if you never been to the ghetto, don't go to the ghetto because you ain't understand the ghetto, so stay the fuck out of the ghetto. Stay out of prison. With all that being said, we see these raids popping up. And I'm from New York, so I'm going to speak on New York. I don't know what they're doing in D.C., Baltimore, you know, Rochester, Buffalo, wherever else you may be. You know what I mean? Right here, Virginia, or New York, where I'm at, every few months they raid in the Bronx, they raid in Brooklyn, they raid in Manhattan. In fact, one of my last bids that I did, I was on Rikers, and you know, they had made a big bust in Staten Island and Lower East Side, LES. And I told a story as well, just to recant a little bit. Young brother, 17, turned 18, just like on one of my first bids, and know nothing about prison. And I honestly believe him, even though it's a lot of people that lie in prison, like, yo, I'm innocent. Everybody's innocent. But it really is some people that's innocent. It really, really is some people that just got caught up in the way on the humble. Like, you know what I mean? I walk the blocks with the bundles. I get knocked on the humble. On some 50 cents, you get knocked on the humble. You can't. And all the questions he would ask, like, so how it is up north, and what about this, and what about my case? And, you know, I worked in the law library when I was up north, so I know a little bit. I'm not no Johnny Cochran. I'm not no real jailhouse lawyer. I'm probably going to make you lose your appeal, so you probably shouldn't be giving me no cigarettes to do your appeal. But I do know a little bit. So he would always ask me mad questions, and I could tell that he just wasn't with the shits. He was one of those kids that just got caught up in the wave on Facebook. You live in the same projects. You know some of the same friends online. So nigga put you in a group chat, or, you know, they hear certain people. They never hear you saying anything, but they coming to get your kids too. That's not really with the shits. Because some of our kids is with the shits. Like, they got the guns hidden under the pillow. They got the cracks. They got the shit. They swiping. They doing shit. They giving the orders. And then some of our kids, they just want to go to school without getting beat up. They just want to go to school and get on the train without the local niggas on the corner running down on them. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to join this shit. I'm going to join this shit. Yeah, I'm down with y'all. But in the back of their mind, they're not really down. In the days of us protecting kids that's not for the streets, so they could be doctors, lawyers, dentists, you know, whatever, basketball players, they used to get protection. Like, nah, little nigga, You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be no drug dealer. You ain't gonna be no gang nigga. This nigga right here, he off limits. He's off limits. I know his family. I know his mom's in it, but now it's like, nah, everybody's, it's, you know, it's a free fall. So they scared. They don't got no protection. So the only protection is to get down and lay down, Beanie Siegel. You know, like the movie, Paid in Full, niggas gonna get down, they gonna lay down. So a lot of your nieces and your nephews, your little cousins and them, they get down. And what happens? The government say, we're gonna go swoop all these niggas up. One swoop, 30 niggas, 40 niggas, 20 niggas, put them in the RICO, put them in the indictment. They can't think, they don't know the law, they don't know the laws that pass. They get a fucking bullshit lawyer. They end up copping out, fucking up their record. Now it's, you know, it's known that they gang members, even though they are, but technically they not. They ain't pull no hits. They ain't do no shit. They ain't call no shots. They just don't want to get beat up. They just want to keep their jacket when they go into school. And what I want to say is for the uncles. I ain't got no kids of my own. I help raise two, and they not in no gangs. They never been locked up. Ain't no women pregnant, no tattoo, none of that bubblegum shit. Because we don't play it over here. Like Hov said, Hov did that. So hopefully you wouldn't have to go through that. I was raised in the projects with roaches and rats, smokers out back, selling their mama's sofa. No, Lee did that. So in this house, we're not gonna have that. We're gonna go through your phone. Who's Abdul? Who's Ray? Who's Ray? Who you got coming to the crib? Bring him upstairs. We going to the move. Who you got coming in my car? Where you from, bro? Who your moms? What you into? You with the gang shit? Like the fathers, the mothers, the uncles, the older cousins. We need to be active. We need to be active. Same way you come home and you pour your little wine, or you watch your fucking little, you know, loving hip hop, and you on TikTok, and you know, whatever you watch. You know what I'm saying? You had a long day. You need to be like that in your kid's life. Because what the government gonna do, they gonna swoop all of them up. The innocent ones, the ones that ain't really about that life, they gonna swoop all of them up. And it's gonna be hard to get out. And once you get in, you with the fuckery now. Like, whoo. Once you get in, you in. You on that yakisobe and chili con corn line. You ain't getting no pass. Nigga can't distinguish, oh, you the one that just joined, just to join. You know, you ain't really want no static or no problems. There's no distinguishing. And as soon as when you go in, it's choose side. Because even though you join the gang, you know the gangs are fighting the gangs. And not just the Bloods and the Crips. It's the Bloods against the Bloods. Although they started on some brotherly love, override, oppression, and destruction. That's what you start as. What you end as is, no, y'all niggas is 9 Trey. We 59 Brim. Them niggas is the apes and the caves and the gorillas. And we don't like y'all niggas. Because you from Harlem and we from the Bronx. And we from motherfucking 9 Trey in Brooklyn. Fuck y'all niggas. Even though we both say we blood and we red like this shirt, we don't fuck with you. So when you come in this house, it's beef. And what's beef? Beef is when you can't go to sleep. Like, beef is when you gotta roll no less than 20 deep. Beef is when ICU guaranteed to be in ICU. Like, you fucked either way. That's the thing these young brothers don't realize. And the last part that I want to mention on this is that they taking the young brothers. Yeah, some of them, you hear what Lisa Everett said, what she reported? 18 victims, 4 innocent. You know, innocent people getting killed. Could be your mother, your cousin, your aunt coming out the building with their bags, and some young dumb niggas can't shoot because they're not at the gun range. They scared. They shooting like this. They shooting on the scooter trying to hit a moving target. So they're going to kill innocent people and become an accident murderer on some Nas and Rick Ross. Accident murder, acting like you put work in. You ain't mean to kill him. Your gun's a version. You lying. You on the right because you record a body. No, you killed the little girl, my nigga. You killed the old man coming out trying to get his SSI check from the check cashing place by accident. You ain't get up on him and make the right man bleed. You was scared to do that. You shot all the way from across the street so you could get away, and you still got caught. Dumbass. Now you locked up claiming I got a body. I'm in for a body. Nigga. Nigga. You got a body, but it ain't have nothing to do with what you know, with the beef. You killed somebody innocent. somebody that had nothing to do with it. Yet you acting all big and swole. And again, they go get a whole bunch of young brothers. Some deserve to be locked the fuck up. I know I deserve to be locked. I was doing the most. Wasn't with no gang, but I was doing the most. And they locked my ass up. So they deserve to be. But not everybody. Everybody don't get no RICO and gang charges, can't fight, got no lawyers. We all poor living in the same neighborhood. Your son or your niece or your nephew, they're going to be did it and done. They ain't going to have a chance. They're going to end up copping out, you know what I mean, or some gang shit, conspiracy to murder and all that shit when you just need to talk to them. And if you're a single mom, you know what I mean, I know you chose the right guy. You thought you chose the right guy. He turned out to be a narcissist, a fucking Pookie and a Ray Ray. You know, he was the king of the bloods. You ain't know, but it was too late. You ain't aboard the baby, even though you fighting for abortion rights and all that shit. And you had the son, you had the daughter. So now your kid is growing up in a single parent home. Call an uncle. Call your big brother. Call your cousin. Talk to the school principal or somebody, a counselor, to talk to your son. Because women can't raise boys to be men. And don't get me wrong, it's exceptions to the rule. You know what I mean? You're going to have some women that's strong and independent, and they're going to whip their son ass. And this is going to bring me to this. Before we get off this topic. Because I thought this was interesting, because when you listen to the mother, she said, don't act like you ain't got two loving parents. But I'm wondering why she do this instead of just having the father talk to her son. Y'all might have seen this. And then we off this topic. Where's she at? She thought she was eating. I thought it was embarrassing, and I get it. He might have been posting some stuff online, so she wanted to embarrass him. But this is not the way to go, because I'll play the video first and then let y'all decide. Where is it at?
Come on, K4. No, we're going live. We're going live, right?
We're going live.
No, you can put the hoodie down. No, don't, no, nothing. No, because this is nothing. This doesn't mean shit. Put your arms on me. No. Put your arms like you're going to be acting crazy again.
How am I acting crazy?
You're not a gangster. You're not a gangster. You're not K4. You're Kyle.
You're not K4.
Kyle Armani Boggs, the child that I birthed. This social media shit don't mean shit to me.
Right.
Nothing if I have to lose my child over this bullshit. You don't smoke. You don't drink. You don't do nothing. Nothing at all. Correct? Correct, because you stay in this house 24/7. 24/7. This is how mad I am in the house. What you feel like right now? Yep, I'm his mom.
Hey, mom.
Yep, I'm his mom. What you feel right now is exactly how I feel when I'm looking at those damn messages. Exactly how I feel when I'm seeing you act the way you act. Because this social media shit ain't shit.
He about to wild out.
No, it's not. Right, Kyle? Right? Yeah, we're done.
He like, stop it, Mom.
No, because you ain't that tough. You're not that tough. You won't.
Stop it.
You won't. Over social media, you won't. Absolutely not.
It's not that serious.
It's not that serious, Mom.
It's not.
A bigger deal
And
than
this
that.
call is going to get deleted. We're done.
We're done.
You're the parent that cares. Two parents that care about you. Two parents that don't want you to go to jail, die for anything. Not for no bullshit social media. I think not. You don't sell guns. You don't do any of that. We know this in real life. See, social media can lie. But in real life, you can't.
Nigga?
You don't go not a damn place. But to school and home.
Nigga.
And maybe occasionally play football.
That's
you
it.
feel right now is exactly how I feel. But this persona that you have, that's not you. That's not who I raised. And you're no longer going to be in this house. Do you understand that? I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you.
No, nigga.
I need to hear yes, man. I don't act like we're going.
Nigga, let me hear.
Can you understand what I'm saying to you, Kyle? Do you? You better. This account's being blocked.
Alright, so I'm all for going in your son's phone, going in your daughter's phone, you know, seeing who their friends is, being active, being vigilant, so that your kids don't fall victim to the prison system, to death in the streets, and that's don't guarantee nothing, even if you're doing what she's doing. I think she handled it a little wrong. She like, you got two loving parents, so where's the dad at? Okay, cool. He not about that life. We know plenty of kids who ain't about that life, act like they about that life, or we see Ja Morant and dog. That's not your life. Like Shannon Sharp said, nigga, that's not your life. Gotta go play that real quick. Know what I'm saying? Real quick though. Nah, seriously though. That shit wild funny. Dog, that's not your life.
That he could lift himself and his family out of this type of environment and to get away from this. And for some reason, he wants to surround himself with these type of people. Why?
Dog.
Bro, you not
hard.
That's not your life.
That's not your life, nigga. We know plenty of motherfucking people who, you know, I won't say born with a silver spoon in their mouth, but you're not from the streets. We see the Blackish shows, right? Like, no, your father was from that era. I made it, made a good life for you. You know nothing about, you know, blocks of cheese, powdered milk, and I may be going back, but just in general. And kids would be like, nah, we T.I. son. Ja Morant, who that was about. He was talking about Ja Morant. Dog, you not hard. So I understand Mama Love when she like, nigga, you don't smoke. You don't sell guns. You're not the king of the Bloods. You're not the king of the Crips or the president of the NiTes. You a good kid. Why are you on social media vaping and fronting like you one of them? And you really not one of them. Doing it on social media because some people and a lot of women, you know, they like, you know, he embarrassing her online, so she embarrassing him online. And a lot of men, and I was one of them, like, yeah, he may not be about that life, but now that you embarrassed him, now he might be marching the wooden soldiers. Like, oh yeah? You think I'm not about that life, bro? You don't know what the fuck I do. And a lot of times, if you're not really active or intrusive or talk to your kids, you may not know that they smoke weed on the low. You may not know that they vaping on the low. You may not know that they joined the king and the NiTes and the Bloods. You may not know. They're not going to tell you. Like, yeah, I got an 80 on my math test, and oh yeah, by the way, I joined the Bloods today. Niggas caught me in the bathroom and asked me that I want to lay down and get down. So I said, yeah, you gonna come to school with me tomorrow to unblood me? They're not coming to tell you that. And I think the father would have handled it differently. Doing it on social media, you know, we all human. We all have pride. We all could get, you know, we all have egos. And when you embarrass me, that might nudge me to want to show and prove now. Oh, word, mommy, you think I'm not about that life? I'm going to show you, mommy. I'm going to show you. And I'm going to prove to the other, and then also for the people watching, because this video is viral. Ma and Deborah on the check-in. I love you, Ma and Deborah. How you doing? Right? Now what happens is, okay, say he is, right, he's a good kid. He ain't about that. He was putting on a persona, you know, what Eddie Murphy, right? From the Raw, from was it Delirious or Raw, right? And I watched both of them, but I can't think of which one it was. But he liked the mechanism for people that don't want to fight, mostly black folks, is like, you talking to me? Oh, what motherfucker? Like, you get up, you start getting loud, like, don't hold me back, don't hold me back. Nigga, you don't want to fight, but you fronting and putting on the 52 block mechanism so that the person could leave you alone. So it's like a defense mechanism. So maybe he is a good kid, but he like, yo, online, I'm really K badass. And I got guns and woo, woo, woo. So when you see me at school, even though I'm just a good kid, I don't want no problems. So the only way to stop you from fucking with me is to put the persona online that I'm about that. Yeah, nigga, I'm tough. I'll fuck you up if I see you. I'm with these niggas. And you know what I mean? Like, so now what she just did was expose all that. Like, oh no, that's a lie. He really is a good kid. And so now the other kids like, oh, it's blood in the water. It's blood in the water. This nigga not K Guns. You know what I mean? His name is Bartholomew. Oh, he really a math whiz? Oh, wait till this nigga come to the lunchroom tomorrow. Now we got you. Your mom just put you on blast. Any argument, any little confrontation, look, nigga, your mom's embarrassed you, nigga. Talk to me. I smack the shit out you. I take your hat off your head. Nigga, I take your sneakers or whatever. And again, although she may be coming from a place, obviously she is coming from a place of love, you know, from nurturing and all that. That's his mother, right? She's supposed to. But you just exposed your son. You just showed his weak spot. You know what I mean? Like, things gonna come to the light anyway that's done in the dark. But when you put the phone on, press live, and I get it, she trying to save her son. But I know that if it's a 2-parent home, she said he got 2 loving parents, I think the father would have handled it different. Like, yo, son, let me talk to you. Shut the social media off and all that. Like, yo, you online saying you selling guns and you the king of the bloods? Like, nigga, I just brought you a PlayStation last week. Just took you to the carnival. You and your little girlfriend. You ain't no gang member. Why you putting that online? And see what the reason is. Oh, well, you know, Dad, a lot of people go to my school and I just want to be cool, or I just don't want to be picked on. Find out the reasoning. She just put it on blast and put it out there. Now, again, 1, he might prove that he about that life. 2, other people may say, this nigga really was fronting. This nigga not hard, he's soft. Take your shoe and smack you in your face tomorrow, or I'm embarrass you now. I'm gonna make you put your video up on my social media, on my Facebook, about your mom's going in on you, nigga. Cause you ain't really like that. And you ain't about that life. You ain't about that life. So it's embarrassing. Would it save him? Who knows? It could. I just don't think that was the proper way to do things. She could have did it a little different. You know, women are more emotional than men. You could argue with yourself. You know what I mean? God made us to complement each other. Hot, cold, you know what I mean? Sun, you know, moon, etc. You know, soft, hard. You know, so you can argue with yourself. I'm sure her intentions was good, but ultimately I think it might backfire. Hopefully, you know, nothing don't come out of this in a negative, but I think she embarrassed him. But back to the people that got locked up. Ladies, gentlemen, and lowlife. If you got kids, especially boys, right? Not to say that girls can't get in this shit. They can get pregnant, all type of shit could go on. But for the boys, we are living in times where your son could be innocent. Your little cousin could be innocent. Your little nephew could be innocent. And just because they associating with, you know, said gang members online, they may be in a group chat, you know what I mean? They may know the lingo, so say some shit. Once the, you know, the authorities swoop in, they're not going to distinguish whether your kid is a good kid or not. They're going to take all of them and they're going to be out of here. And to stop that, I think we need to be intrusive. We need to ask the tough questions. You need to, if you're scared to do that, especially if you're a woman and you're a single mom, for whatever reason, we won't get into the reasons. The reasons are the reasons, and earth, wind, and fire send them reasons why I'm you know what I mean? Like, up early isn't on that bus early on some Nas shit. Like, the reasons that we hear, fuck the reasons. Make sure you're protecting your kids by talking to them, not embarrassing them. Make sure you down with the bloods? You having sex yet? You vaping? You smoking weed? You know what I mean? You busting cheeks down? You hanging around people that got guns, that's carrying guns, that's beefing with other people. Talk to them. You might get answers that you never expected, and you can tiptoe around it and act like it's not happening. But unfortunately, they just taking more. Some brothers need to be locked up, like I said, and I was one of them. I was a fucking badass. But all they're doing is taking the young brothers from the community. And who do you have left to build? And we started, one of the first topics we started with was Whitney Houston and the Clyde Davidson, should the Grammys be shut down after her passing? And what did she say? I believe the children are the future, especially but you're black. Hey, what's up, Only the Family? Especially if you but you're black. They just gonna keep swooping in every 3, 4, 5 months, taking all our kids away? Yeah, some of them is with the shits. They giving out orders to put out hits. Foul. Some people are foul. Some of your kids is foul. For real. That's the truth. Can't sugarcoat it. And that's why Dr. Umar Johnson was like, yo, some of your kids need to be sent off to Gang Island. Some of them need to be put down. And that video, that clip, spent in the clip, because a lot of people was like, oh, this is kind of a little harsh. Talking about killing our babies. No, some of your babies is out here killing people. Some of your babies is out here doing home invasions, mollied up. You know what I mean? I'm good, my brother. Yeah, I'm all the way good. All praises due to the Most High. Good days, bad days, you know how it be. As long as you're alive, you here for a good day or a bad day. If you ain't here, can't have a bad day, can't have a good day. But we need to be real vigilant, real, intrusive, and real active with the people that, with our kids, with our loved ones. Then we got like 2 more topics, and then we out of here. You know what I mean? But before we get to that, I gotta take a leak real quick. I ain't gonna lie. So we're gonna rock out to this real quick.
Yeah, man.
Be right back.
What it do? Bombs on the beat. You know what I mean? Pop this. Yo. They don't pay dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry, the planes don't fly. My oh my. But they don't pay no dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry, planes don't fly. My oh my. Yeah. Had to get my health right when I was out of shape. Had to get my dough up when I was out of weight. Yellow tape on the block. Paramedics came late. Shorty drunk too much. Threw up everything she ate. Parasites on your back. Trying to eat off your plate. You don't want no beef. Already know it's at stake. Never burning bridges. Crocs always at the lake. If they don't give a damn, under pressure they'll break. For the ones that always have a say. Always got a scheme. Always got a play. Always got a dream. Earn it, I'll take. We make it our thing. Y'all overnight celebrities. We made it in the thing. Made it for the cream. We had to do our thing. 100,000 everywhere. We just did the scheme. Converse we never wear. That just ain't our thing. Killed his own mom just to make it rain. They don't pay dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry. Planes don't fly. My oh my. But they don't pay no dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry, planes don't fly. My oh my. Appeared out of nowhere. Once the smoke is debonair, everything I wear classic like the oldies. Jean plain on the rollie, clear water like Moby, shining like Goldie, bowling on my mama like Kobe. Widows wear black. If it ain't no money in the hood, police stay active. Liquor stores every 3 blocks, it's a fashion. Every corner has a corner store where they trapping. Made it out the bar, niggas has been. Then had it been, started losing a lot of friends. Had it out for him, bitch woman, never made it in the game. Bridge falling, London next to other name. Car foreign, best to stay in your lane. World touring, headlines, picture frames. That's flossing, no other way to leave a stain.
Wash you up, the dudes better know his name. Like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry, planes don't fly. My oh my, that's the fire right there. It's called vintage cigars right there, that's your fire. Get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry, planes don't fly. You know what I mean? Nigga said bowling on my mama like Kobe. You know, that's my nigga Great Fire. 2 more topics and we out of here. Been on here, it's 12:30. Been on here for a little 2 hours. It's Friday. I had time today. Let's get to this other crazy story, which is the 6-year-old out of Michigan, Aaliyah. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. Like, you know what I mean? But not that Aaliyah. And a crazy story how these officers be way overzealous. So if you're not familiar with the story, it's almost like Luka getting traded to the Lakers. I'm like, yo, this shit can't be true. This shit, they traded Anthony Davis. I'm like, nah, this shit ain't true. Nah, it's true. And I pulled it up on Google just to get the proper story and all that. Where this shit at? Right here, right? Yeah, right here. So apparently a 6-year-old killed the cop. Like, now I mean, a female white lady cops, which is crazy to even say out loud, right? Like a 6-year-old killed the white lady cop outside of Walmart defending her moms. And that's exactly what happened. So a routine shopping trip at the Walmart Center in Novick, Michigan turned into a life-altering event for a 38-year-old named Denise Williams and her 6-year-old daughter Aaliyah. On what seemed like an ordinary day, Denise purchased a Samsung 75-inch TV. I guess she's getting ready for the Super Bowl. I will give my prediction before we get out of here. Anyway, get to the door. Trevor McCarthy, I don't know if he's white or black. I'm assuming he's white, especially when they're like, yo, she stole it and then she assaulted me. Who does that? Like, I've been to BJ's, Walmart plenty of times. You got to come to the, before you walk outside, you show them your receipt. They look in your cart, check it off, and you out of there. Like she said, the receipt fell out of her bag, allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, but the cashier like, yo, oh yeah, she just brought the TV. She paid cash. She swiped her card. Boom. Anyway, they didn't let her out the store. Finally let her out the store. And, she go into the car, ask somebody to help her, put the TV in the car. And the officer, Lindsay Carter, who was a rookie, by the way. This is not training day, folks. Some real shit, right? Comes out the car already, gripping the blizzy. Like, who you think you is? Like, rookie. What's going on? What's up, Keisha? Come on, no. And, like, who you think you is? Know what I'm saying? On some rookie shit. This is a training day rookie. I think they got a show called Rookie, right? And, come out the car, overzealous, already, gripping the burner. And, aggressive, like, yo, you already assuming that, she stole the TV because the Carter nigga, or whoever the car, I'm assuming it's Trevor, it's a man. Like, yo, she stole it and assaulted me. So you got the police on 10. And this is like the Karen or the white girl shit back in the days. He looked at me wrong or he did XYZ. So when the cops come, they already on 10, especially when it's, oh, but you're black. And what had happened was, when I looked it up, I was looking for the video. I didn't see the video because it was like, yo, we got the video. Even I don't really like looking at shit like that, but I did wanted to see. I ain't gonna lie, right? We all caught up in the social media wave. This reel is what they say, this reel is sensitive. Do you still want to watch? Yes, I still want to watch. And anyway, officer grabbed her by her arm, put the cuffs behind her. She let Denise let her put the cuffs on and punched her in the gut, like punched her in the belly, gave the baby a slap. Like, But little did she know the little boy was strapped. The kid pulled out a gun and said, why'd you hit me? The barrel stream A4 the cop's kidney. The cop got scared. The kid started to figure, I'll do years if I pull this trigger. So he co-dashed and ran around the block, caught radio. I'm being funny, but I'm not. And, punched her in the ribs, take her to the ground. And, Aaliyah is in the car watching all this transpire. Like, yeah, damn, mommy. Yeah, that is all the way crazy. Watching this unfold. And apparently Denise taught her daughter Aaliyah how to use a weapon, how to take it off safety, how to aim and shoot. And no matter how bad the person is, like on some, how we started one of our first topics off, 50 Cent getting that Irv Gotti, you ain't gonna hear me on this channel talk bad about the dead. I don't give a fuck who they is. They could be the worst piece of shit in the world. They got what they deserve because the Most High gave it to them. It's not for me to say, I'm so happy and get online and show y'all that I'm happy. Pouring champagne and cheering. Yeah, I'm glad he got shot up and killed and hit by a bus. You're not going to hear me do that. I'll stay silent. Even if I feel that way internally, you're not going to hear me outwardly brag about that. But with that being said, here the officer was a piece of shit. Here the officer, we've been on for 2 hours now because it's the second time the Instagram post is stopped. I know they only give you an hour. And I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Instagram. Give me 1 second to start back up YouTube. This topic and one more topic and then we out of here. 1 second. Let's wait till that load up. I'm not gonna, be overzealous and happy somebody lost a life. Even a scumbag officer like Mrs. Carter. That was a rookie. who was doing shit she probably had. If she did this to this lady, it's no telling what she already did to other people. So we just have to assume the worst, right? But I'm still not going to get on here and say that's good for her. I'm not going to do that. But what I will say is like, wow. For them, obviously, they didn't find the young girl guilty. They, you know, they arrested her, but they let her go. Everything is like that. So it's traumatizing. Just to think that a 6-year-old girl, and this is how she looked right here. I do got the picture. I think I do got the picture of how she looked. I'll save it to my other joint. Hold on, I got 2 Instagrams. This is how she looked right here. So sweet, innocent, and just to think that, hold on, I thought I saw this shit right here. Oh, here you go, right here.
Did y'all hear about the 6-year-old that killed a cop in Michigan?
Well, they maybe not going to show her face, obviously.
38-year-old Denise Williams and her 6-year-old daughter Aaliyah went to Walmart to buy a TV. As they're
so
leaving,
they cover her face because she is a minor. But just to know that, I'll say this, right? Some kids mature faster than others. I know when we was younger, you know, we had to go to school. My mom's followed us. We thought we was going by ourselves, but she, you know, let us get on the bus or the train. She jumped on the other car or, you know, followed us, make sure we got off the right bus. Some kids at 6-year-old, they know how to box. You see these amazing videos where they looking like Floyd Mayweather, or they skiers, or they, you know, they do different things because, you know, as humans, the mind is a terrible thing to waste, and anything that you can train yourself to do, no matter what age, obviously the earlier the better. You know, speak multiple languages, learn the whole Quran. You're like, damn, you only 7 years old? You know the whole Quran? Like, you know what I mean? Magnificent shit like that. So for her to know how to, you know, take the gun off safety, point, obviously proficient aim, or, so, you know, yeah, proficient. Like, you know what I mean? To shoot the cop, not the moms. The story is wild, wild, crazy. And again, although the cops seem to be a scumbag, you won't hear me get on and say, yeah, that's good for that bitch. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is this life lost, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Senselessly. That's the word, because it's like, even if you thought she stole the TV, you got the upper hand. She trying to load the TV in the car. You got the gun. You the police. Talk with the person first. It's like, give grace, give courtesy, give respect, because you there to protect and to serve. And you lost your life for being an overzealous rookie cop. And your family got to deal with that loss, with that grief, with that hurt. Although the daughter was in the right to me. Like, you punched her in the ribs, you handcuffed her, you choking her out. You killing my mom's in front of me. I'm traumatized. You know, to take life, that's, I think, I just watched this the other day too. Harlem Nights, and I quote the movie a lot. With Eddie Murphy, Quick, and Richard Pryor, Sugar Ray. And in the beginning of the movie, he like, yo, I told you, he pulled out the knife. He like, yo, I told you, kids is fucking bad luck. Yo, get this little motherfucker out of here. And he rolled the dice, shake him up, shake him up, shake him up, shake him. Put him in a circle of niggas and watch me break him with the 7-11. And he cracked, and he had to pay. And he ended up pulling out the knife. If you don't know what movie I'm talking about, it's an iconic movie. And he put the knife to Sugar Ray neck, like, yo, you gonna pay me my money I lost tonight? And you're gonna pay me the rest of my life. I'm gonna juke your ass. And what did Quick do? He shot him. He shot him. He killed him. And he saved Sugar Ray's life. And then he ended up being his partner / son. And to see this young girl at 6 years old have the wherewithal to go get the burner. Mommy in trouble. This cop choking mommy out while she handcuffed. This could be another Eric Gardner. Another, what's the brother name? Floyd. Floyd. Know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So yeah, she gonna get off. She ain't going to jail. The cop is dead, unfortunately. But now how does that move forward for the child that you took life? 6 years old, innocent. No puberty yet, no periods yet, like innocent. And I often quote on the channel, we never know when we're gonna be out of here. Your record deal, video out of here, your Mercedes Benz and your Range Rover, all that shit out of here. And if we did know, like, yo, like the young girl, I can't think of her name, but we talked about her, Nazaya last week with the fucking scumbag Jarvis Butts and the auntie being down with the shit. Make no mistake about it. Now it make more sense. The auntie's down with the shit, right? And I hope the young girl get justice. But if we knew that she was going to die at 13, then at 6 years old, like this young girl Aaliyah, she lived half her life. And if you knew what age you was going to die at, one, we wouldn't be wasting a lot of time that we wasting, and we'll be more conscious of like, oh shit, I'm going to die at 40. I'm 25 now. I got 15 more years. And if you had 24 hours to live, just think, what would you do? Who would you do? Like, who would you want to notify? Or would your ass deny that your ass about to die? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you knew when you was going to go, so many things that we wouldn't procrastinate about. We would get right to it. But a lot of times it's like, nah, tomorrow, next day, I'll go to school tomorrow. I'll, pay attention tomorrow. I'll learn Spanish tomorrow. I'll try to be the boxer tomorrow. I'll turn vegan tomorrow. I'll, do this tomorrow, do that. I'll call my grandmother tomorrow. I'll do X, Y, Z. But in the meantime, life is life, and time waits for nobody, and time keep ticking. And don't wait for no one. 6 years old. If she's supposed to die at 12, and I'm not saying that, I'm not wishing that, I'm just saying, none of us know when we're going to go. But if she is to die at 12, she lived half of her life, and already she took life. She protected them all. A lot of people are like, yo, she a G, she this, she that. She gonna need counseling. She don't know what she did. She gonna be traumatized forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. And it's sad. It's definitely sad. It's either that or the cop might have choked moms out, and she might be growing up as a foster child, right? You know what I mean? So, cops, ladies, gentlemen, lowlifes, whoever you are, especially if you're in a position of authority, I get it. Being a cop is a dangerous job. We had, what's the brother name? Ryan, I can't think of his name, but the light-skinned brother from Cali. Damn, he always be doing the reaction videos of police. His name is Ryan, definitely that. And we had him on the show. I wonder what he think of, the cop, being overzealous, just coming out the car. And again, I'm not an angel, so I had plenty of run-ins, good smoke goods, what's the word? Plenty of run-ins with the cops when I was in the right and when I was in the wrong. And, respect is earned and is given. Like, it's just like, show respect. You came to the scene over a TV. Like, there's plenty of people running out of Walmart and these different places, and you see people try to stop them, the workers. It's like, yo, you don't own that shit. You ain't produced that shit. You ain't the distributors of that shit. You on the clock. Now, if you're a security guard, then that's different. But if you a cashier or whatever, and you trying to, like, people coming in here with shopping carts, loading up, and they stealing, and I get it. You're not supposed to be stealing, but niggas, people is fucked up out here. Don't put your life on the line for somebody that's coming in, shoplifting, etc. And as a cop, it's not like even though the person, the Carter, Trevor Carter, is like, yo, she assaulted me. So now you on 10, but you see, she loading up the TV, come out with your gun and all that, and to be overzealous, put her in the cuffs, not even listening. And a lot of times, unfortunately, and this is just not because I've been a criminal or on the criminal side of the law, it just is what it is, and I have been. Even if you ain't do nothing wrong, and this is just my experience being in them pens, being locked up, being around officers, being in the back of the van and all that. Cops already think you guilty. They come to the scene thinking you guilty. So when you start talking, they think you lying off the rip. It's like, nah, I paid for this. You could just go ask the cashier. I lost my receipt. It fell out of my pocket. No, gun in hand, get on the fucking floor, put your hands behind your back. You being detained like, officer, I didn't do anything wrong, but they think you're lying. They overzealous, a lot of them. And a lot of times, you in New York, I bring it to New York because I don't live in Michigan. I don't live in these other places. I traveled and been to a lot of other places. I'm fortunate and been blessed to travel to different places. But in New York, you got a lot, especially in New York City. So say the 5 boroughs: Bronx, Harlem, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, Long Island, right? You have these cops that don't live here. They go, they live in Jersey, they live in Long Island, they live wherever. They come, they come to the boroughs, to our neighborhoods, and they policing, but you don't know us. You don't got no connections with us, and ain't no community, there's no relations. And so you think one thing, whether it's the news or just your daily activities with arresting criminals and but you're black. And so you already on 10 when you come and you dealing with us instead of giving grace. Now I get it, grace can make you lose your life. Somebody could be rocking you to sleep and then bang bang, you did it and done, you dead. But to hear this young girl had the wherewithal to grab the gun, take it off safety, point it at the cop and kill and take life. Jeez, like, what if she would have hit the moms? That's the crazy part. Like, it's, did she get right behind her? And then they said when the cops seen what was going on, she was reaching for her gun too, rightfully so. You see somebody pointing a gun at you now you got to defend yourself. And, I only can imagine what the young girl life is like. Let's talk about this last shit. Then I'll get to my football prediction, and we out of here. Let's talk about Kanye. And I didn't watch the Grammys as we started when we was talking about Whitney Houston and the Grammys, and they should have shut the Grammys down and all this other shit. I didn't watch the Grammys. I didn't watch Kendrick Lamar win, Beyonce win. I seen it on my timeline, certain little things that happened from the Grammys, and one of the things that came out of the Grammys was Kanye and his wife, that is his wife, popped up with the raincoat on, looking like Robin Gibbons and Boomerang, showing up the Eddie Murphy door. And he's like, yo, where the fuck was you at? I was calling the airlines, I was calling all over for you. And she opened up the trench coat, showed all her business, looking like, mwah. Robin Gibbons looking good in that scene, right? And Kanye West's wife showed up pretty much naked. And she been naked for a long time. And that was one of his arguments in these many tweets that came out. And some of the tweets that came out, what is his wife's name? Bianca Signori, I think that's his wife's name. He mentioned he went on a whole big rant on Twitter and X, X now. And it's like, who's your top 5 baddest bitches of all time? My wife demoralized these bitches. I used to be broke, now I can't relate to brokenness, and I'm not sure what he means. I will say this, right? Like, obviously, he been a visionary. He's one of the dopest, in my opinion. I quote Ye a lot on this channel, like, la, 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 wait till I, like, Kanye, super nice. And whether, I said super nice. Whether people writing for him or not, but, classic albums, classic songs. He is one of the few people that can do a verses against anybody. Hove, Drake, Busta, Lil Wayne, like any of the top people who you could think. Kendrick, he could get on stage and put his songs on. Now, even if some of the songs is with other people, he could still do his verse because he on iconic songs. He is. That's just my opinion. Now, whether Consequence or what's the nigga name, Pusha T, that, you know what I mean? Like the Watchmen, My Watch, Me Too. Even if they wrote for him, still his verses, still his shit, right? He nice. He got and anybody that you could think of that he did the song with, like let's say Cassidy for I got my drink in my two-step, my drink in my two-step. He outshined Cassidy. You know what I mean? Like, even as a kid, I would, he said, when I asked for condoms, I would ask for extra big. Like, you know what I mean? Now that I got a flow that sit me right next to big. You know what I mean? These old rappers don't know what an exit is. Like, on Monster, on the song with Rick Ross, on the Rick Ross album, Teflon Don, to the Devil in the Blue Dress, to the song with Jay-Z, I Invented Swag. Popping supermodels, put them in the cab. Like, Kanye verses is fire. Make no mistake about it. Super fire, right? Anyway, he went on a long tirade, and these are just some of the tweets. Shit he was saying. I don't know why he was saying this shit. He like, anyone called my wife's Grammys, hold on. Anyone who called my wife's Grammys look a stunt is dumb and lame. Yes, you, nigga. Like, yes, that's you. She been dressing like this for 2 years, and he is right. Like, this ain't the first time she popped up with the little tape on her nipples or whatever the case. She been naked. She been walking these streets naked with him. You know what I mean? Looking like the handler. He like, now all of a sudden it's a stunt. Every single bitch on the planet wish they had her bravery, body, platform, and access to money, and her husband that supported their personal expression. There are a lot of things that had to be converged for this moment to happen. You know, call me Yadolf Hitler, and your bitch still wanna fuck. Like, he just was going off, right? I'm gonna just read some of the tweets, because although he was going off, some of the stuff he was saying hit home, or it resonates in the sense of when everybody was up in arms when he was like, slavery is a choice. Y'all remember that? Everybody was mad, like, oh, you know, our ancestors and, you know, woo, 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 and And all he was saying, if you ask me, although when you first heard it, it did hit the ears a little different, like, oh, this nigga's insensitive, or he bugging. Our ancestors was whipped and tortured and raped and this and this and that. And he like, yeah, you know, and a lot of them jumped in the ocean. And a lot of them bared arms and picked up arms and fought back and killed the oppressor. And then some seen what happened and they were scared and they went along like, I'm gonna live, or maybe I could get away. Let's try it this way. And then 400 years later, you know what I mean, to the Civil War and all that, you was a slave. You know what I mean? And some people said, fuck that. I'm gonna fight back. And you could kill me, you could string me up, put the horse and, you know, my arms and all that shit. You could do whatever the fuck you gonna do, but I'm fighting to the death. So in that sense, he like, yo, slavery is a choice. And he was right. He was right. He ain't lie, he ain't cap. We just was too emotional because he explained what he meant. He explained. You gonna go work at McDonald's is a choice. You gonna go with the fuckery or whatever's going on, everybody got a choice. Now, it may not be a great choice, like, damn, do I stay in slavery or do I get whipped to death? You know, stabbed up to death, my body parts pulled apart in front of my wife and my kids. Yes, or do I jump in the Pacific and the sharks and all that going to eat me? Some people did make that choice, like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not bowing down. I'm a king. I'm a queen. I was in Africa living the life or whatever. My brothers and sisters sold me into slavery. I'm on this boat. I don't know where I'm at, but I'm going to die getting the fuck out of here. And some people stayed. Some people turned house niggas. And rich nigga, poor nigga, house nigga, fail nigga, still nigga. And so, you know, in that regards, people look at Ye like, you know, he's a clone. He's this. He's off the meds. Woo, 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 And he like, yo, no comment with view while I've been tweeting. I ain't adjusting nothing I do or say for anybody who has enough time on their hands to sit and talk about what the fuck I write, positive or negative. Your opinions don't mean shit to me. I don't give a fuck. A fuck what anyone likes. Everything I do or make is self-serving. I made everything for self. If you don't like it, don't give a fuck. Woo, woo, woo. Then he went on to say, I can say Jew as much as I want. I can say Hitler as much as I want. Matter of fact, I'm going to say it right now. And so, in this sense, it's like, I get what he like, yo, when it comes to the small hats and the media and these platforms that we on, like people want to boycott Target and Walmart, but, you know, Meta, which is Facebook, they done away with DEI and a plethora of other companies, but we focusing on this, but yet you boycotting and you talking about your boycotts in your videos and all these niggas in your videos on some Suge Knight shit, but you're doing it on a platform for people that don't fuck with you. So which one is it? You know what I mean? Because you're not doing it on a black platform, you're doing it on a platform. And so it's like I get the fake outrage. But what I will say is that they get to say, you know, like nigga, 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 please. I'm treated like a fucking disease. You say, why do I call myself a nigga so quick? Because I can reach in my drawers and pull out a bigger dick. Like, nigga say nigga, we cool, but cracker say nigga, nigga, nut the fuck up, but I gotta be the fast nigga to never be the last nigga, or I have to beat your ass, nigga. Well, I did change my whole background around tonight. I do have Easy, but he ain't right here right now. I might have threw him in the bag. You know what I mean? I was gonna pull the Easy up, and that's the Easy reference. Why are we so cool with saying that, but we can't say Hitler? It's part of history. And he did some wicked foul shit. We're not saying he's a great man. But even when Jews is like, can't say certain things over the airwaves because we on these people airwaves and we don't got no airwaves and Project 2020-25 and we ain't building no platforms. We still going to shop at their stores. We still going to buy their jewelry. We still going to their award shows and woo, 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 and And Kanye like, yo, I'm not with none of that. You know, I don't give a fuck how many people you kill or you went to jail. Going to jail was a very achievable goal. I don't need or want celebrity support. Every celebrity is broke. Every celebrity is broke. Talking to you can't do shit but lose me money. He went on. You know, the only thing worse than fucking for money is fucking for free. Like, I don't know what prompted all of this. I don't even know what the fuck anti-Semitic means. It's just some bullshit. And he just really went on, and he right. I mean, we seen what happened to Kyrie and him, lost their deals, lost their endorsements, etc. And that's because when you don't stand for anything, you fall. When you fall for anything, when you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Is he off his meds? Is he bipolar? Do he be wilding out sometime? Yes. But he do be speaking facts too. And how we started the show with Russell Vaughn getting in now, the director or the leader or the implementer of the Project 25. He's in now, sending it past him. We needed to start doing for self and figuring it out so that we can't get canceled. So they can't just take us off the airwaves because we said Jew. So what? We said Jew. Like, niggas are scared to say that. Oh, you can't even mention Hitler. You can't, like, you so scared because you on these white folks, you know what I mean? Blackface, what's the word? We on these people on platforms, so you scared. I get it, you scared. You know what I mean? And he like, yeah, I'm done with being scared. He been like, what's the worst they gonna do to me? Take all my assets, etc. We all got a choice, but the main thing that we need to be doing before we get out of here, I'm about to get my Super Bowl pick, is linking together, building together, like minds. You're not going to always agree, but it's better than the alternative because, again, you could be the strongest person, but if you're going against 100 other people like you, trained, skilled, know it, you could be Jason Bourne, right? Let's just throw that out there as a fictitious person. But if you're going against 50 Jason Bournes, eventually one of them going to get you. You might kill 10. You might kill 25. But if it's only one of you, and like Ho said, it ain't too many of us. I said less is more, nigga. It's plenty of us. Yes, that's true. That's true. Less is more in a lot of cases. You ain't got to always wear the bling blow and sis. You ain't got to always put that shit on. You look good just with your natural self. But eventually the numbers is gonna math, or the math ain't gonna math. And 1 gonna beat 2, 100 gonna beat 20, 200 gonna beat 50. Eventually you're gonna get caught with your pants down and you're gonna be did it and done. So the only way to really make it happen is to link with people, and like Wu-Tang says, that's why I quote the line all the time. My seeds grow with his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family. You know a black business? Then you should Patreon that black business, even if it's 6 blocks away from where you live. Let's put our money together to get a supermarket, get a 99-cent store, get a laundromat, get a Chinese food restaurant because y'all niggas love chicken and fries, and the things that we need. We don't need 50 Cent. We don't need Hove. All we need is a GoFundMe. If every hood do this, the Bronx, you in the South Bronx, 5-block radius, everybody put $10. Let's get a business. You in Harlem, everybody get $20. Let's get a cleaners so we can stop going to the other because they don't fuck with us. The sooner we realize that and we put our money together, we're going to be good. The same thing with families. Families need to work together, but now you black can't help your family. They're going to fuck you over as soon as when you do business with your family. And that's true. Sometimes they fuck you over. Sometimes the people that know you the best, the most intimate, they fuck you. They do some shit to make you like, damn, I'll fucking use I had a good credit. I got you some furniture. I co-signed for your car, and you did some fuck shit. Okay, cool, it happens. It may happen. You chose wrong, you picked the wrong family member, but does that mean you stop fucking with all your family members? Or do you try to help them get up? And like Hov said, if your crew is rich, then your crew is rugged. Nobody will fall because everybody will be each other crutches. Don't think that just because you up one day, you ain't going to be down tomorrow, because you never know how life going to turn. And like Hov said, one day you up, next day you down. Long as you stay the same, it'll come back around. Hov, all right. Yeah, like you up today, nigga. You got the bricks and the keys and the gizzies today. But once them fires and all that shit happen in LA and that shit ain't coming through no more, now you like, yo, I'm fucking, damn, what the fuck I'm going to do? You need help, nigga. We all need help. So come on. Let's work together. Let's work with like-minded people. What my nigga Blackface saying? Only because I can't bet against Mahoney. The fuck you at the drive-thru. Dame said that and Hov repeated it. Yeah, you already know. All right, folks. We at the end of the show. We went live 2 hours. We was rocking and rolling. Hope I entertained y'all, gave y'all some game, gave y'all some insight. And y'all know I keep it a buck on the channel, even if it's talking about myself. As far as the Super Bowl, the biggest game of the century, the biggest game of the year. I'll say this. If you've been watching my sports channels or my sports videos, then you already know I had Kansas City winning 3-peat last year after they won. If you don't know, I could get somebody on the show to say I've been called it, said they was going to win 3-peat. As the last couple of days been going, seeing everybody taking Kansas City, they forcing it on you like, yo, Philly don't got a chance. Philly don't got a chance. I think Philly is the better team. I think they got the better defense, the better offensive line, the better running back, the better wide receiver core. The only position that they don't have better is the quarterback position. Patrick Mahomes, obviously, he's that guy. I think Philly is going to win, but I'm scared to go against my pick and my hunch of already taking Kansas City. And so for that reason, I think Kansas City will win the 3-peat. As far as the 3-peat, for the people that's too young to know, Green Bay already did that. They've been there and they've done that. It just wasn't called a Super Bowl. So whatever it was called, well, it was a championship, so they won the championship. Then when they changed it to the Super Bowl, they won 2 Super Bowls back-to-back. But really, they won 3 Super Bowls back-to-back. So the history part, they're going to make history and history. History was already made, folks. They just called it the Super Bowl after Green Bay won their last championship. Then they decided to call it the Super Bowl, and Green Bay went on to win 2 more. So technically, they won 3 championships. They just called it the Super Bowl. So now it's like, Patrick Mahomes and them, they won 2. Now they got to win 3. It already was done, folks. If they win, it's not going to be groundbreaking. It's not, because Green Bay already did it. BouT Starbuck, whatever his name is, BouT Stocks or whatever his name, they already did it. They did it already. It's just in this era, we calling it the Super Bowl. So now it's like they won 3 in a row. But again, I think Philly is the better team. I think Philly gonna win. But I can't go against what I already said and think. So for that reason, I'm going with Kansas City. But will I be surprised if Jalen Hurts and them, what they call it, tush-tush, pushing the bush, Whatever that shit is, the 1 yard play and the Philly tush and Saquon go crazy like he scored, over 2,000 yards and they got 39 rush touchdowns. They the better team. And in the first Super Bowl that they played, they only lost by 3. This was no experience. This was not the wide receivers, not the running back that they got now. Now they got all that, and they already played in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. So they more equipped and ready. Like, oh, the Super Bowl, the halftime show gonna be longer. We know about the whole hoopla and the what they call it, the media week. They ready for it. The first time they didn't know, and nobody was expecting Jalen Hurts. And this is another reason why I think Philly is gonna win. The first Super Bowl that these two teams played, they made Philly the favorite. And I'm like, damn, they making Patrick Mahomes and them the underdog? Nah, and I bet on Patrick Mahomes. This year, they making Kansas City the favorite. And it's like, nah, I think Philly should be favorite. But again, I think Philly will win. But like I said, I already gave my prediction. I already said they're gonna, and also finally before we get out of here, I think sports is scripted and rigged, folks. Make no mistake about it, especially football. It's scripted and rigged. So it don't matter who's the better team. Oh, they got the better quarterback. They got this, they got that. No. The refs is in control. Vegas and the NFL said this is sports and entertainment. And if you don't believe me, all you got to do is go online, go on YouTube, and we live on Instagram and we live on YouTube. All you have to do is go look up Derek Brooks, the linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who played in the I don't remember what Super Bowl it was, but they played in the Super Bowl where he was on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they played against the Oakland Raiders. He's online saying shit is scripted and rigged. I'm not saying that. He's saying that. A former player. They won the Super Bowl. He won the MVP. 3 pick sixes. 3 interceptions. He like, yo, we knew we was going to win before the game even started. It don't even matter what number and name is on the back of the jersey. This is what he said. I'm not saying that. So if you don't believe me, are you going to believe a Super Bowl MVP? A former player? Telling you what it is? Come on, guys. Use your brain. Use your brain on some Tupac shit. It's not them that's knocking us off. It's us that's knocking us off. That's what I got for y'all today, folks. Friday night, best day, blessed day. Y'all know what it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid.